again, friends. Welcome back to twitch.tv/TrooperBerry, and welcome back to some more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I am streaming on an off night. This is a bonus stream. I'm enjoying playing the game, but also as we're going on, there's some other things I need to talk through. And rather than talk to myself, which I do all the time, really, why not, talk things through with all of you? Okay, so when last we left off, we just turned 16. We had our first glow season with the arrival of the military forces from Earth, and well, things went remarkably well. Our colony defense is basically as good as it's going to get, and we have enough food for everyone and then some, and we're kind of okay. So yeah. But just as we start, we're going to take our customary lap around the facilities, just seeing what is where, and most importantly, seeing if there are any new consumables for us to collect. We also did pick up some new friends with the arrival of the heliopods thing it is. I forget. Like Nomi and Rex. Rex is Rex is a dog boy for starters, but he's we're buds with Rex, right? I mean, he's only been around for like just about a year. I mean, we're already got some pretty decent friendship with him, and most importantly, Rex is a hugger. There we go. Oh right, that reminds me of the other thing. Of all the new friends we've met, turns out Rex is the only one who really likes logs as a present. I mean, a dog loves it when you give him sticks. Go figure. Speaking of, well, how many logs do we have? We got 6. Okay, that's an amount. There we go. You're standing around gossiping with Rex when he suddenly goes quiet. You turn to see a group of teenage soldiers from the Helio staring back at you from across the courtyard, scowling in derision. Don't pay attention to them, Rex mutters, turning back to you. If they know they can get under your skin, they'll never leave you alone. Trust me, it's better to just smile. I mean, Rex might have a point there. But also we have, we can help Rex build something. We'll get a wild card, which turns out those are actually kind of handy. Yeah. So let's go, because we have engineering of 40. I think we are very close to that second break point. I'm kind of curious to see what that is. So yeah, let's help him build something. Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a holoprojector. It looks so familiar. Wait, it's the holoprojector you used to watch vids in the crash. It's been broken ever since the crash was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. See, this is why I like Rex. Rex is a doer, but he's also like happy, doing things for other people. You help Rex bring the holoprojector back to life. Then you help make him an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Aunt Anne provides the snacks. Of course she does. Rex looks at it with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. We got a little engineering and friendship with Rex. Nice. And another card. But we're not done. Okay. Oh, we need engineering 80 or greater. Ooh. We have +5 to flushes with that card. Wow, that is really good. Most importantly, hugs incoming! Rex folds you into his arms, bending his whole body to you. He smells warm and a little spicy, like clean sweat and sunshine. I mean, okay. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Now, okay. Yeah, I don't. And then, okay. Yeah, nothing like dog likes more than a stick, so he does like those. So that gets us +2 friendship. Um, okay. Now, all right, yeah. So when we finished the previous glow, we are quite stressed. So going out on an expedition would not go well for us, which is unfortunate because we had the heroic buff, so any physical skill increase we get will it'll be doubled, or at least we'll get a +1 rather I should say. So we could look for toughness or combat. Our perception is maxed, and our animals is maxed. So what can we do? Remember, are there things in geoponics that do physicals? Well, yeah, we have 10 to animals. Of course, that's animals, and we're already maxed there. Won't do much for us. Work on the farm gets us biology and toughness, and a little money. It'll max out our stress, but I mean, we're there anyway, and we'll know we'll get the max benefit for it. Or we go back to shoveling dirt, but that's I don't know that that's all that useful. See our toughness. We could use the extra toughness. We're pretty close there. And then, well, again, more biology is certainly no bad thing either. Although let's check the expeditions real quick. Now those have all reset because it is the start of a new year. So like all the consumables will be out there, and all the events should have refreshed as well. Yeah. Oh right, now we have Survey the Ridge too, which gets us perception, and engineering, which is something we need. But yeah, that we basically need a fresh stress meter to take advantage of that. So we'll leave that for now. Yeah, I like the idea of working on the farm. We'll get some biology and some toughness, both of which we need. The toughness should be boosted because of heroic, and we'll probably have to we'll have to relax the next month. But I mean we're going to have to do that anyway at some point. So let's work on the farm. It's a proud day for your mom. You're finally following in her footsteps. She meets you at the gates to the gardens. Hello, Sprout, she says, sounding chipper. Come on, we've got a lot to cover before you'll be able to keep up with the rest of us. Finally, some real farming. Your mom shows you around the fields. You'll probably split your time between working in the fields and working indoors with the hydroponic crops. We've got things pretty under control now since the helio landed, a good mix of native and earth plants. Wow, there are some native crops mixed in with the ones from Earth. Incredible. You spend the rest of your day pulling weeds and watering plants. You're dirty up to your waist by the time you're finished, but it's good, honest work. You're proud to be able to do something that helps the colony. Cal gives you a high five and invites you for a cool drink in the cafeteria. All the other agriculturists join you. Of all the places in the colony you've worked, geoponics is most like a family. Maybe because they've always been your family, thanks to your mom and dad. And we're buds with Cal, too. Okay, so we need 33. And we get bonus kudos, we equal the goal. I would prefer the stat pips, so we're just going to ignore that. Okay, well, that's easy. I mean, that gets us most of the way right there. So if we go for maximum gem value, we should probably do this. And you know what? That works for me. We're okay, yeah, we might be able to milk more value out of the with the multitasking card, but honestly, I'm good with this. Okay, apparently we left 12 points on the table. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The suns rise again afterglow, heralding a new year. It's your 16th birthday. You wake in your new quarters, blinking into the watery sunlight. Dust motes float through the air, and you take a moment to enjoy the perfection of your bed while you listen to the sounds of the colony waking up outside. So much has happened in 1 year. Just a few short months ago, you thought your life was over. Now it's better than ever. There's plenty of food, and the colony is safe. You even have your own bedroom. You're considering snoozing until your parents wake up when your reverie is interrupted by a blinking hollow message. It's a text from Tong. Joyous observance of the anniversary of your birth, it reads. That is a very Tong message. And hey, we shaved off 10 stress. Another one comes in. That means happy birthday, of course. And then, in case you didn't know. Wow, a whole 3 messages in a row from Tangent. That's pretty gushy for her. Scrolling through your other messages, you see some gossip about Cal and Tammy. Apparently they're dating now? Whoa. You check their relationship status on their profiles. Yeah, both of them have changed to in a relationship. Oh no, we have future Facebook. Your parents wake up shortly after that, and you order up your traditional birthday breakfast feast. Your dad gives you a big squeezy hug and tells you he's proud of you. Okay, well, if it's our birthday month, you know what that means. Time to go collect on our cake. Which we weren't able to do last year because everything was kind of on fire. And Tammy beams when she sees you like there's nothing better in the world than the sight of your face. Happy birthday, she exclaims. She comes in for her annual birthday hug, throwing her arms around you, giving a great big squeeze. And we get our annual birthday cake. It's oh wait, things have changed. You take a bite. The cake is light and flavorful and drenched in sugar bug syrup. It's delicious. Thanks to the Helios hydroponics and the help of some native flora and fauna, Tammy's cooking ability has come a long way from dressing up soy rations. And of course, she has her usual routine. You can share it if you want, if that would make you happy. I mean, of course, come on. How can we not share with her? Tammy is an absolute delight. Okay, so we shaved off 10 stress from our birthday event, so we don't have to relax now. Although, I mean, is there any reason we have to go out on an expedition now? Not particularly, other than the heroic buff, of course. But the thing is, like with expeditions, you don't get any stress for actually taking the trip. It's each event during the expedition that cranks up your stress. So, I mean, it sounds inefficient because it kind of is, but we might have to do one more thing here in the colony this month, and then relax next month. We'll lose the heroic buff, but it'll better that than delaying any longer. I think anyway. Okay, if we could go repair robots, but that's the thing we can do anytime really. Let's see what stuff in the garrison can we do? Yeah, lookout duty, just perception and animals, both of which we're already max on. Defense training is combat, not terrible, but I kind of lean toward working on the farm again. I mean, let me just double check. Yeah, our colony food supply is great. Our colony security rating is 100%. So don't think there's much more we can do there. This is one thing I do want to unlock. Um, our persuasion is obviously nowhere near, but if we can get one event that drops our rebellion, then we can go apply to be the governor's assistant. Um, I mean, we don't particularly like the governor. I mean, let's face it, he's a himbo. But it's probably the kind of job that pays well, at least. Okay, yeah, one more round of working on the farm because we're still beefing up biology, and we could use the tough. Yeah, we can use the extra toughness as well because we're almost to that break point as well. Okay, the colony is surrounded by tall walls that keep out most of the local exofauna. Exofauna. Okay. The key word being most. You often report to work to find an entire row of corn that's been ripped up and carried away in the night by something that can fly over the walls. All that's left in the morning is torn up dirt and a dusting of iridescent powder. It happens so often that your mom has set up cameras to catch whatever is in action. The next day you have your answer. Dorbs moths. Giant blue moths with wingspans almost as long as your outstretched arms. They can rip the corn right from the ground. And if you've ever seen corn in the ground, you know that's no mean feat. Wow, amazing, Cal says as he reviewed the hull of it. I didn't know Dorbs moths could do that. Dorbs moths are pretty cute in a bug-like sort of way. Fuzzy dog-like heads, pretty iridescent wings, long, elegant whiskers. They'd be cuter if they weren't flying away with entire stalks of corn. You don't want to run the risk of accidentally poisoning your own crops, and Cal objects to trapping them. The most humane solution is to discourage them from stealing your crops at all. You and Cal work on setting up scarecrows, but after a couple unsuccessful days, you have to admit you just don't know what scares these adorable little moths. What even eats them anyway? Guess I'm gonna have to find out. Cal puzzles over the security footage. They fly from the north, especially around quiet, he says. Maybe that's where the breeding ground is? If someone goes there, maybe we can figure out what kind of animal they're scared of. If they're plant eaters, something's gotta hunt them for food. If you could figure it out, it'd be a big help towards securing the colony food supply. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, because if we have to go during quiet, we'd have to go next month or try again next year. And yeah, if we go, it would be it'd be hard to do, but we could try. Okay, we need. Okay. Okay, we need 33. We're starting with 5, thanks to our upgraded metal. Um, okay, now yeah, the wild cards, they match as pairs or straight. So if we were to go for a straight, No, hang on. Like that, like 5. We'll call that a 5, a 6. That could act as a 7. That'd be an 8. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, so 5, 6, and then that acts as a 7, and that should act as an 8. Plus the pair, plus the flush. I like it. Okay, so we're not at 100 stress, so we could at least go on the expedition, but we basically have, if we go on it, we have to find either uh, guarantee we get a stress reduction event, um, or just get the Dorbs Moth event right away. Okay, so we got extra biology, taking us above 80, which means we could do the next thing with Cal. A little bit more toughness, just 4 points away on that. Kudos and stress. Oh yeah, um, yeah, because now that we have biology 80, we can do what's this? A radioactive. Hang on. Radioactive plant sounds dangerous. So just to be safe, let's go Dorbs, Moth, Scum. There we go. And oh, sorry, I looked away for a second. We got a follow just now. Avant Garde. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope your Tuesday is going well, wherever you might be. Yes. Oh, Avant-Garde, love this game and have finished it twice. How you like it? I am really enjoying it, Avant-Garde. I am, this is my first playthrough. I think we're 16 right now. Um, I haven't really followed the game's suggestion that we specialize, but I mean things are going okay. I am enjoying like the art's nice. Oh, you call me Iva. Okay, Iva it is. But yeah, yeah, I like the art. You know, the music's a bop. Um, the I like the attention that the devs have put into the ability to customize your character and like in alter even in mid run. From the looks of it, there's lots of different endings, and I'm that kind of player. So any game that not only encourages but rewards save scumming, I am all about that. I haven't done too much of it. Um, I mean, I did it. Yeah, I mean, you know, like, um, uh, what happens to Tammy early on. Um, I had to see. I had to see. Um, but I think, excuse me, I think other than saving 2 people, I've done the minimum of save scumming because I do want to play. I do want to at least play through this 1 or 2 more times. Oh yeah. Is there is there a gallery? Yeah, yeah. I mean, that looks like if each and every one of these is an ending, yeah, I say there's a whole bunch. Oh, nice. They even list the achievements. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I we just did the little gambling event with Rex, and then the flavor text there for for when you're if you happen to save scum, or I guess if you do the legit way and play through another life, it's pretty fun. Oh yeah, I believe that the achievements are the Chivos are the Steam achievements. Um, I mean, oh no, I think the last one we got was the one with the faceless. Yeah, I appreciate that as well. It's interesting. There's like 15 or so that are actually hidden on Steam. So they must be good ones if they're not even going to tell us what they are. So, what was I doing? All right, yes, we were dropping a protective save, and then we're gonna because we just got biology 80, so we can do this thing with Cal. Although I'm concerned about the radioactive plant. Saw the other games you played. Happy to see your fellow infect. Yeah, absolutely. Iva. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of what we do around here. I play a lot of the Long Dark. I play like Backpack Hero, Peglin, and then one of the reasons I wanted to get into this because I played like other kind of like life sims growing up and Chinese parents, so they were this seemed like a natural fit. And then once this is done, there's another one that just came out called Volcano Princess that also looks pretty promising. So that's going on the list as well. Are you what sort of indie titles do you play, Iva? I know it's yeah. I got it partly into the indie titles because I think they go more interesting places as far as I'm concerned, but also because I for years I had an absolute potato for a laptop, and even if I wanted to play the fancier AAA titles, they wouldn't stand a chance of running them. So, necessity being the mother of invention and experimentation with indie games. Played a lot of Armello and Slay the Spire, Cult of the Lamb. Nice. Cult of the Lamb also on my list. Okay, is it playing Mail Time? That just came out as well. I've not heard of that one. I am I am very excited because it sounds like Backpack Hero is going to go 1.0 this year. If you enjoy Slay the Spire, check Backpack Hero out. It has a kind of a similar mechanic, but instead of like you play cards, you play items out of your magic backpack. And also, if you're the kind of person who's into inventory management, that's definitely your game. Say, Cal's looking a little sickly. Wow, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. I've never seen it before. You take a look at it and soon to begin to feel sick yourself. Wait, is this plant radioactive? What? It's radioactive? Cal says, backing up quickly. Good thing you knew that. What do we do? You're not sure, but if you study in the geoponics lab, you might be able to figure out how to neutralize the radiation. Got a little more biology and more friendship with Cal, and a pretty beefy card. Oh, Coffee Talk as well. Yeah, I've seen Coffee Talk. Didn't they just come out with I don't know, it's a sequel or another chapter of Coffee Talk recently? I think I saw that in my Steam recommendations as well. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so we did the thing with Cal. We got the chunker of a card. Now let's see if we can. Let's see. We did drop the save. So let's. Where do we go? Oh, hang on. Is there? No, it's character. Oh, character traits. No, is there a log? No. Okay. I should. Oh, yeah. Cal didn't say where to go during quiet. Just that we needed to go check somewhere. Um. Well, we did say so. I guess we can. If we don't find the thing, we can scum it that way. But let's try. Let's go forage in the valley. If we see any exclamation mark events, that'll probably be a giveaway. Oh yeah, we can also top up our loot reserves, which have got dangerously low. I am very much a loot goblin, Ava. So I having 100 perception and being able just to run around and grab all the loot before doing any events, it is bliss as far as I am concerned. Yeah, mostly finding bobber fruit and eggs, which is good because we were kind of in need of both. But oh wait, hang on. Is that the okay? That's another manticore, which we hmm. Okay, that's interesting. No, leave it. It's a gosh darn it. Okay, see, that's why I saved because that's a trap. That's a trap event. That is. Okay. See, I was I was done in by my own loot goblin instincts. See, I know me. I know what I I know myself well enough to prepare. Okay. So, once again, okay, little bit of a run back. No big deal. Yeah, our big problem is that we're going out with 96 stress. Um, had I known that we could only do the Dorbs Moth thing, in quiet, I would have I would have managed our stress a little more carefully. But well, I didn't because we didn't spend enough time working on the farm. So we'll just make do now with it, and we have the power of anime and saves coming on our side. But no, coming here is especially good because I think we burned through all of our Xeno eggs. Okay, yeah, no, we don't want that. That's the plant we don't want to be mean to and harvest because it shudders. Okay, see, there's a question mark over that. If we pay attention, you'd have known there was an issue. Okay, so once again to just to get out in front, so go Dorbs Moth 2. Because getting that dialogue in getting the dialogue I would assume would give us an event to discover what it is or it gives a specific thing to look for while out on an expedition. So this is either the thing we just unlocked with the Dorbs Moths, or it's a repeat of a boss event. Although I don't know if boss events repeat. Let's find out. Okay, no, it isn't. You think yeah, I think you're right there, Iva. Okay, but this isn't it though. Uh, or is it? No, this is a manticore and a hopeye. Neither of these are Dorbs moths. Okay, hang on. So we did drop a save, so that's okay. If I say none of my business, does it just end? Okay. Well, why did you give me the option to keep exploring then, game? That's weird. Okay, so that is hang on. Okay, I'm gonna check something because Okay, when we did that, You look high and low for Cal, but you can't find him anywhere. You're about to give up when you hear a curious sound from the gardening shed, followed by the trill of Tammy's laughter. You knock on the door that's been left slightly ajar, just in time to see Cal jump away from Tammy, who's seated on the work table. Tammy giggles nervously and smooths down her skirts, and Cal rubs the back of his neck. Oh, hey. I was just showing Tammy, this. He picks up one of the gardening tools and brandishes at you. Tammy goes red and tugs at her ear. I'm like, Sure, Cal. Sure. Juniper Mint, welcome. How you doing, Junie? Thank you so much for coming by. Also, let me give you a good and proper welcome, for I am a good and proper streamer. There we go. I'm doing okay, Junie. How are you doing? I just having fun, and then I wanted to keep playing this one, and I had a rare midweek day off of work, so I thought this would be a good time. But yeah, folks, everyone, go follow Juniper Mint. She is, she's a rad indie game streamer. Plays a lot of story-based games. I think she was, what was it you were just playing previously, Junie? Steins Gate, was it? And then now she's doing Citizen Sleeper, which is a real banger of an indie game, and I really like the look of it. That is going on. That is on my list. And much like this game, it is unfortunately has no voice acting, so our vocal cords are going to get quite the workout. But yeah, welcome in, Judy. It's good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, my pleasure. I like shooting out, I like shooting out. No, not that. I like shouting out other streamers when they come by. Folks were good to me when I was starting out, so I like to return the favor. Then spread the love. No, we're just powering through here. Also trying to decompress a little bit. I had some work-related news that was at once kind of stressing and also kind of encouraging. So I'm trying to talk through things as we go. Don't always do a very good job of it, but we're gonna give it the old college try. The writing seems fun. So yeah, I think it does. It does a good job. As I said, I think last time I rated you, it does a good job of keeping things light and then very teenager adjacent, while still also working in some very heavy themes. And judging by the development of our friendship with some of our fellow classmates, things could get very dark indeed. Like our man Deese here is our resident emo kid. But no one is like truly one-dimensional as far as I can tell, except for maybe Rex the dog boy. Rex the dog boy is an absolute hoot, but he's like a golden retriever in human form. Ah, right, yes. Let's check the map. Ah, okay. See, okay, I should have checked this earlier because Cal said the Dorbs moths come in from the north. The Valley of the Vertigo is not. It is to the east. The Prosaic Plains are to the north. So, if we were going to go find Dorbs moths, we should go to the plains, not the valley. Oh, this is definitely on your list. Just waiting for go on sale. Yeah, I think the Steam summer sale usually is like late June. I think something like that. So that should be coming up here before too long. Okay, so let's see if my attention to detail is going to help us this time, and we're going to go to survey the plains. Now, it's not going to help us in terms of our stats because we're already max perception and animals. But if we can get the dwarves moths to stop making off with our cord, I think that'll be most helpful. Also, I see you there, Nomi Nomi. I'm going to leave you behind. Because we need to go grab our loot. And then we need to see if we can find the right event. Because we basically have one shot before our stress maxes out and we have to go home. This is down to poor stress management on my part. So we're looking for any exclamation point events. Because those tend to those indicate like either like they're advanced the story somehow, or they're like, or I guess they're also considered like a quote unquote boss event. Okay, something like that maybe. So that is what we're after, but first things first, we're going to grab all of. Okay, there's another one there, but no, I think the other one, the one with the kind of animal we haven't seen before, that might be what we're looking for. You're from the U. Iva, I am from the U.S. I am currently based in Hong Kong, though. So it is like 9:45 p.m. for me. Actually, you say you've never seen this creature before. This creature is actually it's on the startup screen for the game. They give you the logo for, what is it, like Northway Games, and I think this is the second thing. So we're gonna, you know what, I'm not gonna be apologetic about it. We're gonna go Dwarves Moth 3. I want this dang event. Yeah, the Finji logo. That's it. I was like, you're in Sydney. Nice. Oh yeah, so you're what? So you're 2 hours ahead, right? Because Western Australia is the same time zone as we are here. I just remember that because I follow like one streamer who's based out of Perth. Yeah, Sydney sounds fantastic. I I should really go at some point. I have no excuse. I've been to New Zealand. There's no excuse for me to not go to Australia too. Okay. Um, Not sure what the heck this is, but we're gonna find out. Sydney is overrated. Visit Melbourne and said, "Aw, I mean, overrated in what sense? I mean, I mean, I know some people in Sydney. Well, I mean, none of them can afford to live in the city center or anywhere near that. I know it's stonkingly expensive, like most of the big cities in Australia. But I don't. It seems to be cool, but again, I've only seen from a distance. I have not seen with my own two eyes. So I can only take your word for it, Iva. It's a bit boring. If you like an active night lifestyle and a vibrant artsy vibe, then okay. I mean, I mean, I don't. I hate to disappoint you, Iva. I'm a little boring myself. Anyway, you're surveying some weird algae bloom when it starts to get dark. You pack up for the day and begin to head back to base when you see a cloud of dorps moths fluttering overhead. Them! The same villains that keep eating your crops. You decide to follow them. You creep silently after the dorps moths. They don't seem afraid of you, or anything at all. The dorps moth eventually converge on a clearing where hundreds of them rest against stalks of the giant fungal trees. The sound of their wings rubbing against each other is like music. The entire clearing glimmers with dust. It's so pretty. You stand there watch for a few minutes. Suddenly, the peace of the clearing is broken by squeaking and a chaos of flapping wings. The dwarves' moth all explode from their perches, sending clouds of choking dust into the air. Through the dust, you can see a dwarves' moth locked in a vicious battle with a small creature. It's all over so quickly. You watch the creature cling to the dwarves' moth's back as it flails around until it climbs up and rips out the dwarves' moth's throat with its tiny, vicious teeth. This game takes some turns. Sydney has some things going on, but they're all in the all the CBD. Everyone else goes dead by 7 p.m., which is a massive culture shock to you guys from a 24/7 culture. Oh, okay, honestly, I can believe that. I mean, I don't, and it's not quite not a one-to-one comparison, but I did notice that same thing when I went to Wellington. Um, there's some happening things, but like a lot of the city, they roll up the streets after sundown. And yet, yeah, Judy, I'm right there with you. I used to live in Indonesia. I was right there. I could have made the trip, but I guess never did. More squeaking fills the clearing. From the trees descend an entire family of the things, and they set upon the corpse of the dwarf's moth like it's a kingly buffet. They hop around and hiss at each other, popping up like popcorn. The sound is incredible, like the screeching of a chair across the floor. The rest of the dwarf's moths have completely vanished. The cries of these tiny hunters must have scared them off. You go, how horrible or how cool? I mean, can't it be both? I think it's both. We'll say cool. Okay, yeah, we're already maxed on animals. It's fine. You whip open your hollow palm and record their squeaking and chittering as they devour their meal. If you play this, it's bound to score the Dorps moths away from your fields, too. You don't think you would have believed it if you hadn't seen it with your own eyes. The little things, you decide to call them bounce weasels, are like 1/5 the size of the Dorps moth, and they're even more cute than the moths, and apparently, like, much deadlier as well. You're pretty involved in recording the mouse weasels, so you don't notice another family of them moving into position over your head until it's too late. Like the dwarf's moth, you have the audacity to stand still for too long in their territory. You yelp as you're pelted by a hail of sharp-toothed creatures. Oh no! Okay, this is going to be an easy toughness challenge. The hollow palm is a Pokédex. Well, that's the thing. It seems like a Pokédex and so much more. It's got like it's like a Pokédex and YouTube and social media and apparently like Wikipedia as well. It seems to be everything. And then our girl Tangent went and stuck it in her eye rather than keep it in her palm because Tangent is just never happy. I don't. I wouldn't. I know of Pokemon. I don't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't know if I say I'm into them. Partly because I don't. I have no Nintendo platforms, so it wouldn't do very much for me, unfortunately. What? Oh, I see. So I would say, wow, 47 is easy. No. 47 across 3 rounds. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Emulators. Uh, yeah, wow. What the? I haven't used an. The last time I used an emulator, I used it to play Harvest Moon, like the Super Nintendo version. And if Nintendo is listening, and I know they are, I only emulated games that I already had physical copies of. Cross my heart, hope to die. That's legally binding because we're on the internet. Okay. We don't really have to futz about, do we? We can just there. We're we're like 2/3 of the way there after 1 round. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Matter of fact, or and this way we can just our dominance of the science fair. Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But you know what? I mean, we've already absolutely destroyed the challenge anyway. No big deal. Okay, this is interesting. So I want. So if I do this, and then I do this, does the last card stay a 5, or does it become a 5, and then be a +2, so it'd be a 7? Let's find out. Nope, it stays a 5. Well, that's. Wait, why? At, wait, asking an adult? Oh, that one. Okay, that's what that is. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, see? We got. Yeah, that was the best score we could have got anyway. Oh, the first time you played a Pokemon game was in 2021. It was through an emulator. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, nice. We got the next break level in toughness. We get. Oh, interesting. Upgrade basic cards in the Garrison Gym. Huh. Like all basic cards? We're gonna need to check that out. Okay. You cover your head and neck, and the bounce weasels, well, bounce right off you. Some of them cling to your jacket, nipping little holes into it, but when they can't get their teeth into you, they bounce away into the forest, chittering in anger. You can't wait to show Cal the battle of cute versus cute. This planet is pretty cool. Plus, now you have an idea about how to keep the boss from stealing your crops. So we have the Reigning Bounce Weasels card. Set neighbors to 3. Well, that's better than the Sports Ball card, which sets it's another red card that sets neighbors to 2, which is frankly less useful. Okay, yeah, and now we are officially too worn out to go, but that's fine. We did what we came to do. Okay, yeah, and now we're in pollen, the pinkest of seasons. I will say, when I've had people come in and see the game for the first time, they often arrive here during the pollen season, and they think it's going to be like this year round. It's, I mean, I hate to disappoint them because the game does look fantastic, but alas, it is not. Okay, can we talk to Cal? No. Okay, maybe that's the thing we need to do in xenobotany or xenobotany. Yeah, xenobotany. Oh, all right, yeah, new season means more hugs from Rex. There you go. Rex is perched on a fence, his lunch forgotten in his lap as he hollers compliments to people passing by. Look at that! Someone catcalling with compliments. How wholesome is our boy Rex? That color looks great on you, he yells at someone. Have you been working out? He yells at another. He catches you watching and shoots you a goofy grin. Back on Earth, they used to call this catcalling, he says, shrugging. My way's better, I think. That's because it is, Rex. That's because it is. Rex throws his arm wide. Coach, I'm open! He laughs, catching you as you throw yourself into his arms. He spins you around and growls into your neck, squeezing you tightly. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. Oh, friendship? Yes, friendship breakpoint. Love it. Ooh, new thing. What do you? Yes, Okay, I know it's late. I don't know that we can. It'll be hard to get Rex to like max or like as the highest friendship because I mean, Tangent has a huge lead, as does most of the regular kids. But how do you not love Rex? He absolutely deserves all the hugs. Anyway, we got ooh Rex's construction project. Intriguing. You find Rex in an empty space outside the lounge, setting up a construction holo projector and running through different projections of future buildings, taking notes on each. He looks up for his holopalm as you approach and bursts into a huge smile. Well, hey! What's going on, bud? Rex jerks a thumb at his chest. You're looking at the newest member of the colony construction crew. I'm surveying the colony for places to build new private family quarters. People are going to want to raise families here soon. Isn't that real? Okay. You love to say it's getting late. Did you catch next time? Oh, well, thank you so much for coming by, Ive. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be playing more of this on the weekend. I highly doubt we're gonna finish this out tonight. So yeah, we're probably gonna over the course of Saturday and Sunday, we're probably gonna put this run to bed. And then we'll see where things go with it. But thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate that. And thank you for the follow again as well. Yeah, have a good sleep, and then we'll see you next time. Okay. Yeah, why the construction crew? What's not to like? Rex replies. I get to be outside all day. I get to make something great. And hey, he leans in conspiratorially. Have you seen the boss of some of their construction crew? Oh. Oh, Rex, you dog. Besides, he continues, I think I kind of got an idea of what I want to contribute to the colony. I want to build a bar. A real one, not just a canteen. Nice decor, a space for live music, cushions everywhere, fun drinks. Mars has been helping me with the details. Of course she has. He sighs dreamily. Oh, can you imagine? A place where the whole point is just to relax and be with your friends? Well, that sounds like a great idea. In theory. I think so too, Rex says, spreading his hands wide. People need leisure time. We need to connect with other humans. We're social creatures. We need our packs. All I want to do is help people connect with each other, you know? Rex says. I love building things. I love cooking things. I love making people happy. See? Rex is a golden retriever in human form. Pay no attention to the color of his hair. Coming together to create something is why we're alive. He gestures around. And I don't mean buildings. I mean, they're all right, but what I'm really into is everything that goes into making a building. It's more than just walls and a ceiling. It's an agreement between people that we're going to form a society, that we're going to cooperate to make something bigger than ourselves, and then we're going to meet there in peace. See? See? The dog boy gets it. We live in a society. Anyway. Rex shakes his head, clearing his thoughts. Sorry, I'm just really passionate about this stuff. This and hugs. We humans are also really good at hugs. So we get Rex's hug, +2 if stress over 50. Well, that seems to happen fairly often. Rex rubs his thumb across his chin, thinking, Hey, actually, can you help me? Can you bring me any mushwood sticks or logs you find? I want to start stockpiling them, so when I get approval to start building the bar, we're good to go. Of course, bud. Why, no, well, shouldn't you fetch sticks for me? No, rude. Rude game. How dare you even insinuate such a thing? Of course we're going to help our boy Rex. Rex bounces on his heels and launches into a huge hug. Thank you, he exclaims. I'll really appreciate it. If you find any, just bring them to me. How many do we have? At the moment, we have 7. That's not bad. So how many does he need? Okay, no opposite. Do we just give him? Oh! Ooh! Rex howls with happiness as he takes the mushroom from me. You remember my birthday and brought me the perfect thing to help me build my bar. Okay, so we learned that Pollen 1 is Rex's birthday, and we can just give him mushwood logs. Now, can we do it again? We cannot do it again. Maybe we can only give him like 1 per season? Maybe that. Okay. Well, we're 16, so that's like so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 if he's out during glow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it could take I mean, I don't know how many it's gonna take. Seems like it could take a while. Oh yeah, the other thing with our toughness perk. Here we go. Visit the gym. Interesting. So we can upgrade that, or we can what? Okay. So we're talking like actual basic cards. So yeah, because we offloaded all of those because we didn't want them clogging up our deck. So if we upgrade this, what does that do exactly? Let's find out. So we're up to Calm Temperament 2. There we go. Hey, -5 stress. Oh, doesn't work if you're already at 100 stress. Well, bother. Although now it has a gem on it, so that's good. Okay, 70 kudos for that. I think that's worth it. Oh, Judy, you love the Kurz's kudos? Yeah, I think yeah, it's yeah, they say it's like a reputation based kind of thing. To like you help people and then you get rewarded with kudos. And I will say, part of the character setup is you get like a genetic modification, and it just so happens that if you say I don't want any genetic modification, you basically get well, you kind of get condescended to, but the condescension also means you get bonus kudos. So that is something I'm going to have to keep in mind for future playthroughs. All right. I don't think we'll be able to do anything, but let's check geoponics and see if we can report back on the Dorbs moth issue. Yep, that's a negative. Okay. Although now that we have animals, we're at full animals, we can relax in the park and then upgrade our pet cards. Because right now our pet Hopeye and our pet Vriki, we have the Vriki has been named by chat Riki Tiki Taffy because it looks like a big taffy pole, and then our Hopeye has been renamed to Hoptimus Prime, which honestly is just perfect. All right, yeah, so let's relax in the park. We'll burn off our stress and we'll see if we can upgrade our pet cards. Here we go. You're playing with Optimus Prime in the park when you hear a rustle from a nearby bush. Curious, you look underneath. It's the Hopeye you met before. Optimus Prime lets out a happy trill of recognition. The other Hopeye trills as well and explodes out from under the bush to bounce happily around Optimus Prime. They chitter excitedly at each other, and you hear something else is making noise. You look under the bush and see, oh stars, 5 baby Hopeyes, pink and hairless, curled up together in the shade. The strange adult Hopeye stops what it's doing and bounds over to you, warning you with a rattling hiss. Okay, this is going to be a hard animals challenge. Hey Dawn, welcome in. How you doing? How's things? So let me give Daunt a shout out as well. Everyone, you know the drill. If you're not already following Dauntless, go fix that. I mean, she's rad in general. She has excellent taste in games. She is Scottish, and she has just started playing The Long Dark. And frankly, if that doesn't get you to go follow her, I don't know what will. Could be better, could be worse. Yeah, I'm still kind of batting around the job offer I mentioned yesterday. I spent last night basically crushing a bunch of numbers together. The hell of it is, it looks like I might be able to make the budget work because like my rent payments could go down by like 75%, but even so, that's a big dip. I am I hate that it's close. If they could match what I'm making now or even come close, no thought necessary. If they couldn't come close, no thought necessary. The fact that it's kind of right there on the edge, that's what's really annoying me. Because I did I part of what I did. I went through and tallied up like all my Twitch subscriptions and my Patreon spending. Um, it's probably higher than it should be. I mean, I will cop to that, but you know, this this job that I'm doing now lets me do that. If I was to take this other job, I don't know that I could keep doing that. I would have to be making some cuts. In I like supporting people. I believe you should support the media you want to see in the world. And because my viewing is pretty much Twitch, YouTube, and podcasts, that's who I spend money on. Twitch can't get out of hand. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You go through that, clear it out often, try to keep on top of it. That's fair. That is absolutely fair. I should probably do the same. It's just there's so many lovely people, and I only have so much lovely money to give to them. Oh, you got your car back. Nice. You also had to pay for it. Okay, less nice. Well, but you do have the car back. And they did take their sweet time, didn't they? Ooh. Okay, we need 85 in 3 rounds. That is hard. I don't. I mean, I say that, but we. I mean, we did win an impossible challenge earlier on, so we can do this. Having a 17-year-old car biting you at the ass at this point, cost me 906 quid. Eesh. Ugh. Well, I mean, like, so is it regularly doing like causing you repair bills like that, or is this like a out of character for your car? Because like if that keeps happening, then you are kind of forced into the decision like do we have to like do we have to consider it? I mean, yeah, do you have to think about investing in a new car? Although this is a really bad time to be doing that because it's um, inflation, and then I know the British economy is not great at the moment. Oh, it was out of character. Okay, that's good. And it just needs to last another year. So it just needs to last another year. Um, what happens after another year? If that's something you're willing to share. Okay, we'll just drop that on there. It'll help a little, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. Next round, 58 in 2 rounds. We can do that. Do we have any? We don't have any gem interactions. I don't think so. Oh, uh, Mr. Daunt will be buying a new car because he does too many miles to keep cars for too long. So you'll take his car, which is much newer. Oh, okay. So just got to hold off until. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah. If you have that kind of horizon, then yeah, absolutely. There's like the repair is the right call. Steep though that is, and it 900 quid absolutely is. And I love not needing a car. I am I'll admit it. I am spoiled. I don't living in cities with functioning, affordable, efficient mass transit and widespread mass transit is a blessing. I try not to take for granted. You're hoping for 700 max, 900 hurt? Yeah, I can imagine. Okay. Okay, that'll give +2 to cards with gems. Hey, there we go. Yeah, you would want to put that in there because that would turn that into a 5, which would be dumb. Then plus we get the flush from the extra yellow. Yeah, I like that. We'll do that. You're lucky enough to be in a position where you can do those things and still be okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Play this game for a while. Yeah, I am absolutely enjoying the game Dawn. Yeah, I mean, you saw earlier, like I played like growing up and Chinese parents. This is kind of in that same vein. Then there's another similar game that just came out. One called Volcano Princess, by a two-woman team out of Beijing. It looks really promising as well. Um, but yeah, it has lots of good story elements. Like, as you can see, like you can there lots of good character customization, and you can lots of different focuses. And I will show you. We got the in the gallery. They also give you like the list. Like all of these are possible endings. So I mean, that's like what 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 29 different endings. So yeah, it's yeah, there's a lot. I don't know if it's like Detroit Become Human level of endings, but there's a lot to it, and I really dig it. And again, as I said earlier, any game that not only rewards but or that encourages and rewards saves coming, I'm all about it. How long is a playthrough roughly, and do you need to fully restart to go for a different ending? Um, well, this is. Well, actually, here, let me. Where am I at here? I can check real quick. This we've had a few. This is like the fifth, maybe fifth or sixth stream of that. Okay, yeah. How long to beat says main story, 10 hours. Sounds about right. Yeah, if you just want to do one playthrough, um, you can probably move through it about 10 hours. Um, Now I also say like if the game auto saves as you go, and you can make your own saves. So like if you come to a decision point and you want to pivot, you want to go back and then pivot, you can do that, and then the game will remember what you decided last time, and you'll get a little purple swirly thing giving you knowledge from your quote unquote past life. Um, Although I think yeah, there will come a point where right, it sounds like there. Well, I'm not sure. Like this is my first playthrough. I've seen one person do a full playthrough. I think there are endings. I think there's endings for like each job you can do, and I think there's some other endings besides. I think that there's probably some point where like you get so far into a run you can't necessarily go back. I think, or I mean, you can go back. You just load an earlier save. So you have that option. But like if I'm like if see, I've got like biology is one of our leading stats here. If I wanted to say go back to a point where and I wanted to focus on say combat, let's say, I would have to roll back the save quite a ways, and before I can, level this up all the way. Because you have to hit a certain skill point to unlock certain jobs. Like late in yesterday or the late in Sunday stream, we hit engineering 50, and that unlocked the ability for the job to repair robots. Okay. Oh, you got to fit. Oh yeah, thanks for coming by, Judy. I appreciate that. You're gonna phase in and out, work, lurk. That's it. No worries. Thank you so much for coming by. Enjoy your lurk, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Or yeah, and then next time you're playing Citizen Sleeper, definitely want to check you out playing that because that is another juicy story game. Okay, so you managed to calm down the Hopeye using tricks you've learned from training Optimus Prime. They cautiously allow you to pet them, their giant frog eyes blinking out of sync. So more animals, eh. But we've upgraded our Hopeye to level 3, so we gain 3 less stress and a plus 3 bonus to pairs. So that is super duper handy. You spend some time gazing in awe at the little Hopeye nest. They're so small and helpless. No wonder the Hopeye wanted to protect them. Ooh, okay, another hard one. Does the animal have one leg, or is it just the way it's been drawn? Nope, that is a one-legged creature there, Dawn. That's why it's called a Hopeye. So, you've been working with Ricky Tikki Taffy for months on getting them to follow simple commands. You're getting pretty consistent results with one or two at a time, but they get bored and wander away if you try to do a longer session. You set up a small obstacle course in the garden, consisting of a few ramps and balancing beams. Ricky Tikki Taffy looks at the treats in your hand expectantly. But yeah, so so Optimus Prime is a Hopeye that has 1 foot with claws and 4 eyes, 2 where you would expect, and then 2 up top that look like little bulbs coming out of his head. And then this is a Vriki. It is a spider slash octopus slash fungus. I'm still not sure. With like it's got like the spider-like eyes and mouth. It's got the octopus tentacles and a mushroom for some reason. Yeah, so we got a another hard animals challenge, but honestly, um, from the from what I saw, from the added benefit of having from having our Hopeye maxed out, because like Vriki is also super useful because that has a bonus to the pairs, and then this has a bonus to straights, and then also you get 1 extra skill pip when you win a challenge. It won't matter for this one because this is an animals challenge. We're already max animals, but it applies to any skill challenge. Okay. Hmm. I guess we can start with that. You know what? Sure. Just drop that. There we go. Get 3 of a kind. Looks like husband will be home sharp today. Okay. He's struggling a bit post-COVID booster. Oh yeah. The booster effects are a little gnarly, but admittedly, better than actually getting the COVID itself. Excuse me. Let's see. We could. If I play that, what's that gonna do? That's gonna give us 11. That's not terrible. I don't know that I love that though. Oh, you think you think he had it and he continued to feel relatively okay compared to you to before, so they would look to be doing. Yeah, that's definitely something. And yeah, even if it is rough, and it is. I mean, I think I remember when I got mine, it was oh yeah, it basically I think I was down for like 36 hours, something like that, and then the things just kind of burned off, and then a day later, and I was back to my usual vivacious self. Oh, it's his seventh. Oh wow, that is a lot. That's a lot of boosters because he's so high risk. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's yeah, vivacious. My other go-to is going to be effervescent, but I don't. It might not have the intended impact. Um, actually, what we could do. Do we need to do? Well, here we can do. We just drop that. There we go. Both words you would not need to Google. There you go. It says, that is why you are the ace words on stream player that you are, Daunt. Well, I left 1 point on the table, alas. A stunning show from young Ricky Tikki Taffy. Admiral speed and dexterity. They and their trainer, me, are promising new stars in the field of Riki training. So our card got upgraded. So now it's still +1, but now it got +5 bonus to straights. That is pretty solid. Riki Tiki Taffy finishes the course and leaps into your arms, chittering happily. You did it! You trained a Riki to follow commands. Now, if only we could do that for dogs. Hmm. I don't necessarily want to lose the wild card because those are very useful. Hmm. Cultivating Sponge Cake. We have 60 cards. That is entirely too many. But +2 gems with cards. That's not bad. Because you can see, like we have a fair number of cards that have gems on them. I hate. We're probably just gonna have to keep paying to uh, to thin out our deck because that is something that needs to happen. Uh, you're awoken by the buzzing of your hollow palm. It's a colony-wide alert. You rub your eyes and ponder the thickness of the air seeping into your bedroom through the open veranda door. It's an ominous but beautiful sight. The seasonal pale pink haze has turned a deep fuchsia, with scintillating silver sparkles floating through it. The shimmer. Thankfully, you've all been inoculated against the shimmer, because this looks like a bad year for the airborne spores. To stay safe, you stay inside and seal your door and windows tightly. You spend the time playing hollow games with your dad. After a couple days, the pollen fog passes without incident. Yes, getting that cure was a. It sounded like getting that cure was important. I fear for what might have happened to our dad had had we not put paid to that nonsense. Okay, we should. I feel like I want to go out on more expeditions, but well, first things first, we need to check if there's any consumables. But more importantly, we should probably go to xenobotany. It feels like there's a couple events there, both for the Dorbs moth thing we went to so much trouble to figure out, but also for that radioactive plant that we're not sure exactly what to do with. Can I give you another log yet? I cannot. Okay, well. More biology. More organizing wouldn't be better either. We could actually get to the next breakpoint there. But yeah, and I also think we need to get the we need to get some of these events taken care of. So let's check xenobotany. Oh, here we go. Yeah, back in the lab, you have all the right equipment to properly examine that radioactive plant you found. Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them so you don't need to drag a radiation-proof envirosuit with you every time you go to that part of the planet. Radiation poisoning isn't the killer it used to be on Earth. With medbeds, you can flush out deadly doses of radiation in a few hours. It could still make you really sick, though, and high enough doses could kill you before you're even able to reach a medbed. How confident are you that you know how to protect yourself? Well, we have engineering of 40 or greater, so apparently we're super confident. No problem. Yeah, you've totally got a handle on this. You're an engineering wunderkind. You take all the correct precautions, you clear the area of anything that might be contaminated, you wear a radiation-proof hazsuit, you regularly check the radiation levels at the lab, and you have congruence on standby to call for help if you need it. Everything goes smoothly. You discover that the radioactive part of the plant is confined to the carpel of the flower, its reproductive organs, and that the petals act as a radioactive shield to protect the rest of the plant. If you press the center of the flower, the petals close and block the radiation enough that a person can pass by without feeling sick. Neat! You should be able to use this to protect yourself next time you encounter this plant in the wild. Okay, so we got that out of the way, but no Dorbs mothing. Okay. Ooh, nice. So we can play Hal's Gratitude, and that'll get us extra biology. Okay, so we have that. We can put that there. That gives us 45. Alternatively, we can put that there. And that gets us 49. And even though that says 7, it's actually acting as a 5. So hang on. Oh, right. Yeah, so that's actually... so the wild card acts as matches as all pairs or straights. So it's acting both as a 5 for the 3, 4, 5 and as a 4 so to get a pair for that. Okay, so we definitely don't want to swap that out. Okay, we'll go with this. One star. Well, heck. Get more organizing, 6 more biology. 4 extra pips. Yeah, that's we're just shy of 90. Nice. And a little money, and of course a little stress. But that actually that took five stress off of that, which is a huge help. Because anything that limits our stress gain is going to increase our what do they call that, the action economy by a whole heck of a lot. And it's late pollen, which means it is Tammy's birthday. And of course, Tammy's birthday means we give her a fleur. Okay, 66 with her, 59 with there. Still 80 with the tangent. Although Rex is catching up fast. I mean, who wouldn't want an enthusiastic, positive, reinforcing, morally flexible dog boy for a life partner? I ask you, Chad. Okay, so we got the radioactive plant thing out of the way. Actually, let me just... Maybe xenobotany isn't the thing to get the last Dwarf's Moth event. Maybe it's working on the farm. Well, that would make sense, actually, because... Yeah, because it was working on the farm that got the event in the first place. So we should probably work on the farm. More biology, more toughness, which is also no bad thing. And we can get that. Let's see if we'll see if this finishes it out. There we go. You played the recording of the squeaking bounce weasels for your mom and Cal. You're sure this is going to work? She asked when it's done. It sounds annoying. You swear it will work. You saw it while you were exploring. It might not sound like much, but the huge Dorps moths are terrified of the little bounce weasels' hunting calls. And for good reason. You set up a speaker system and play the recording all night. The next day, there's no sign of the Dorps moth. Your crops are completely safe. I think it worked, Cal says, sounding relieved. Ha! You're a genius. Okay, so we have pest control. Nice and big, although -1 to physical cards. That's not great. You're just glad that all your hard work isn't going to feeding those pesky moths anymore. More food for the colony. Not that we needed it, but we got it. Okay, we need another 26, which we should be able to do here. Well, hang on. Let me... Well, no, hang on. Yeah, that spot right there becoming a 3 is quite annoying. Because it basically ruins any hope of getting a straight out of this. You see, I dropped that there. That's going to lose. That loses 3 right off the bat. And our stress is not over 50, so... And there's no sense buffing that, because it's going to turn into a 3 regardless. Okay. Alright, that works for me. And again, we left a little point. We left 4 points on the table. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's 5. Okay, yeah, 94 biology. We've almost maxed that out too. And That's actually important because um, when you fully fill up one of your little stat columns here, you get the enlightened buff, which gives you it gives you more, or it gives you a +1 to any I guess mental skill gains for the next 3 months. It's like heroic, but for blue skills. Oh, new season, more hugs, and more importantly, more logs. Good thing we just grabbed one. Rex beams with happiness as you hand over the mushwood. Oh, really, really? He exclaims. I need this for building the bar. Thanks so much. Rex shoots you a shy smile. Nothing like dog likes more than a stick, right? That's okay. That was charming the first couple times, Rex. Now it's less so. Okay. Any other consumables lurking around? It appears not. Okay. So it looks like we have a friendship event with Cal by virtue of doing uh, more geoponics work last month. So let's see what Cal has to say. You had plans to hang out with Cal today, but when you arrive at the geoponics dome, it's worryingly dark inside. You fumble around in the red emergency lighting until the lights come back on with the heavy ka-chunk of a breaker being flipped. You blink into the sudden blinding light until the figures of Cal and Chief Engineer Instance resolve themselves in your vision. Absolutely no more of that, young man, Instance scolds Cal as he cradles his hoverboard in his arms. The power grid is not your plaything. I understand, Auntie, Cal says. I'm sorry. Instance mutters to herself as she passes you. Honestly, all this over a toy. Hey, dude, Cal greets you. Sorry, I meant to meet you after work, but he looks down at his hoverboard. My board wouldn't start, and I figured it was maybe out of juice. But when I plugged it in, it threw off all these sparks, and then the whole power grid shut down. Cal's shoulders slump. I was going to ask Dr. Instance to take a look at it, but she told me she doesn't have time to fix a dumb toy. Well, we have basic engineering skill and then some, so let's see if we can do something with it. Well, okay, Cal says, slowly handing over the lifeless hoverboard. I guess you are pretty good at fixing things. You open up the hoverboard and poke around in his guts for a little while. After about 20 minutes, you think you have it figured out. You rewire it so that the power no longer flows through the burned out capacitor. Stuck a little duct tape in there. Yep, it's still the far future. Duct tape, still the handyman's secret weapon. And close the casing. So, friendship with Cal, and we got another wild card. Cal takes the hoverboard, cautiously flips the switch, et voila! It floats, it hovers, even. Radical! Cal shouts, then covers his mouth in his hand. I mean, this is totally cool. Thank you so much. To celebrate, Cal lets you take the first spin on the board. Whoa, it bucks like a wild animal under your feet. Then Cal catches you as you stumble off it. Careful, that first step is a doozy. Okay, so with that done, I think now would be an excellent time to go on an expedition. Because, yeah, Vertumnalia is coming up after this round of Vezin, so we're going to get -50 stress. So we would actually be well advised to go out and generate some stress. Yeah, we don't. No, we haven't done Survey of the Ridge yet. Maybe we do that. Okay, and then oh yeah, we're going to start off with our orientation with our girl Utopia. The only way to the resting ridges is by glider. Part vehicle, part kite, and all adrenaline. You land on the rocky, broken-up spine of the nearest ridge, and nearly fall over when you look down at the plummeting slope into the basin below. You are a long way up. Deece and Utopia glide in beside you. Woo! Utopia exclaims. You handle that glider like a champ, Deece. You too. She peers down over the edge of the ridge. A lot more exciting than the swamps, ain't it? I want you to stick close together out there. It's dangerous in those ancient convergent domain ruins. Convergent domain? Ruins? You look around. The landscape is like nothing you've ever seen before. Dry, cracked soil gives way to steep cliffs, and what little vegetation here is brittle and sharp. You can feel the dry air wick away the moisture in your lips. Wait, what the heck is that? That crystal stuff down below, stone structures in the distance, that glowing thing on the ground, or that cute little nose doing on your cute little face? I don't know how wise it would be to flirt with Utopia. Let's... Yes, what is this strange glowing thingy on the ground? You point it out. Utopia gives it a nudge with her foot. Bates me, she says. You unearth the object. It's pulsing with light and warm to the touch. Hold up, Utopia says. Don't just go picking things up. It could be radioactive, you know. Utopia waves her hollow palm crystal over, then checks her face. Only a little, she concludes. Whatever it is, it looks old. Like thousands of years old. We've been digging up glowing gadgets all over this region, but got no clue what they're for. You hang on to that one. Maybe you'll figure it out. Okie dokie. So, what's this crystal stuff way down below? No, let's check out the stone structures. Well, there are buildings here. Traces of them, anyway. Maybe 10, 20,000 years old. We sure didn't put them there. Deece lights up at the prospect of doing alien archaeology. And Deece would, really. We checked them out, but not thoroughly. Mostly just trying to get a feel for who lived there and why they ain't here no more. Based on some glyphs, we started calling them the Convergent Domain. Whoever they were, they built things to last, Utopia admires. They ain't just arrowheads and cave paintings. There's real architecture. Machines, even. But, tell me more. I wish I had more to tell you. Most everything we found just poses new questions. The structures read more organic than anything, so what does that mean their gene tech was super advanced? As for this place, we think it was some kind of solar network for them, she says, squinting up into the two suns. Looking at it from above, you can see these big vines traveling up and down the ridges like power lines. And there's hardly any plant life elsewhere, like they soaked up all the energy and made a desert. But what they use that energy for? And if there was a civilization so big and advanced on Vertumna, why can't we find more traces of it? Where are the cities? What were them thumpers for? And what happened to them all? She's right, that is a lot of questions. Maybe you can help find some answers. And the crystal stuff? Oh, those? Utopia says, pointing to a crystal formation so densely packed into the ravine that it looks like a sparkling river. More outcroppings of crystals decorate the slopes. Well, they're all over the place. Be careful with them. Not sure if they're animal, mineral, or vegetable. She points off into the distance. There's a big island of them over there like a glacier. Covers the whole damn place. Might be related to the convergent domain, but we ain't sure yet. So anyway, those ruins are the main thing we need you to survey while you're out here. But keep an eye out for anything else weird. Utopia claps the dust off her hands. Well, my job here's done. You're all set, kid. Try not to fall off a cliff. Deece jumps back on his glider too. As usual, he's going to scout on ahead and catch up with you later. Okay. It looks like we just get here with the glider, and now that we're here, we can just like kind of run around on our own. What is this strange device? Yes, game, what is this strange device? That feels like the sort of thing you're supposed to tell me. So let's do our customary thing of running around grabbing all the loot. Then we can start doing events. Okay, that's one of the thumpers. We've seen those before. Oh, nice. it actually adds the thumping to the soundtrack. That's a nice touch. There we go. Okay, hang on just a quick. Let's check on the other side of this here rock ridge. Yep, thought I saw a consumable over there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any exclamation marks, which would suggest like a boss event of some sort. So, I don't know. Not entirely sure who, someone apparently, unless there's some there's something we're supposed to build with these strange devices, like Rex's bar with the logs. Not entirely, someone must like those devices as a gift. Ah, okay. There is our exclamation point event. So we don't want to jump straight there. Yeah, this is quite the circuitous route. Hey, Andrea, welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How is your Tuesday going so far? Let me do this. Do the needful. Hey, there we go. Yes, everyone, go follow Andrea for basically all your horror needs. I think, yeah, we had this discussion on her Sunday Sabbath. I mean, she does non-horror things. She talks anything under the sun, really, because it's her stream, and she does whatever the hell she wants. But as far as chat is concerned, Andrea is a horror streamer who sometimes does non-horror things. And you should be there for all of them because she is awesome. Yeah, let's... Oh, we actually missed some. We got that. And, we got Deese hanging around here, too. There we are. Yeah, I was looking for that. We'll get back to that. Absolutely, my pleasure. I am, I'm just trying to decompress here. It was I've had a curveball thrown my way that is kind of like both bad and good in the work arena. So this is me trying to talk through things and decompress and also finish up this game as well because once this is done I I have committed myself to playing a bunch of scary slash potentially enraging games for chat's pleasure to watch me suffer. So the sooner we can clear the docket, the better. So what's up with Deese? What does he has to say? Deese is an entirely different person when he's outside the colony walls. Without people constantly trying to correct his asocial behavior, it's like he's blossomed into someone who's actually confident. The more time you spend with him out here, the more glimpses you catch of the real Deese. But you can't do this, he says, jumping off a huge boulder, doing a cool roll at the end. Wait, no. Bet you can't do it with your eyes closed. I can. You and Deese cavort around, daring each other to do more and more dangerous things. Deese isn't scared of anything. Yeah, we saw that earlier. You think you see something up on one of the plateaus above you. The cliffside is covered in convenient vines. So we can dare Deese to climb up there, dare Deese to race you to the next checkpoint, or dare him to kiss you on the lips. Well, and we're decent friends with Deese. I don't know that we have that kind of relationship with him. Yeah, let's race to the next checkpoint. You're off before you even finish the sentence. Deese hollering, "No fair!" as you leave him in the dust. The two of you run on and continue your day. Okay, so we did take stress, but those events are normally 15 stress. We only took 10 there, so that's really good actually. that those savings should add up over time. But I'd like to work. Yeah, we need to get back there. So how do we get back there? We just got to go up and around this way. Yeah, there we go. Because if the game is going to give us an actual visual representation of what we're dealing with, it's probably important. This game has stress. Absolutely, yeah. It is. Stress is one of the main limiting factors. When you go to school or you do a job like we're doing now, you get anywhere from like I think like the 10 or 15 stress, but we actually have it mitigated because, well, for one thing, we have our fully upgraded Hopeye friend, whom we have named Optimus Prime. So it uh, it takes whatever stress gains we get, it knocks them down by 3, and then our we in the character creation, you can pick a genetic modification. We chose calm temperament. So basically, initially it like shaves off a little bit of stress, but we have since upgraded the card, so now our calm temperament shaves off a little bit more. And yeah, we actually have a double. Yeah, the stress relief pets are a big help, and they're just heckin' cute too. Yeah, that is Optimus Prime, the one-footed, four-eyed kind of purple thingy, and then this is Ricky Tikki Taffy, our part spider, part octopus, part mushroom thing. I'm still not entirely sure what it is we're meant to do with that, but it's heckin' cute. So I love having it around nonetheless. Okay. You find your way blocked by a massive wall. No, a hollow pillar, knocked over and lying on its side in the sand. It is absolutely massive. It stretches to your left and right, at least a kilometer in each direction, though at some points it's crumbled enough that you could likely scale over it. Well, I mean, of course we're going to check it out. That's why we're here. Okay, and we have 3 rounds to get to the sex number. Very mature game. Very mature. Yeah, I almost kind of want to hold off here and maybe turn one of these yellow? But maybe not that one. Okay. Well, I mean, we have 3 rounds, so 2 rounds to get 51 is good. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I think we can do that. Okay. Yeah. We can make this work. And we'll go ahead and make that blue. Although, and that's there we go. We'll just milk a little bit more out of that. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So that one there is going to make every card to the right blue, regardless of whatever it showed up as. So which is perfect. Oh wait, yeah. Then they're all going to get +1 too, because blue cards get +1. Thanks to which one is that? Is that yeah, that's as by virtue of our reasoning. Oh wait, that already happened. Gosh darn it. Okay. Yeah, this I'm having to math at a late hour. It is my brain's got to work up to this. Oh yeah, we should be able to do that. Yeah, there we go. So that's actually a wild card. So even though it says 1, it's going to act like a 3, which gives us the full straight, and we get a flush as well. Yeah, we absolutely destroyed that. So we get a little extra engineering. So when we get the engineering at the end of the run, that should get us to second breakpoint in that stat skill. Okay. Excuse me. Dees looks giddy as you follow the pillar to its base, a large pyramid almost entirely lost under the sand. You brush away some of the sand and find that the pyramid is inscribed on all sides with pictures of, well, wormholes, you think. The pillar must have once stretched up into the sky. Maybe it was some kind of observatory or sacred building, or just a monument to the wormhole. Mysterious. So we got 5 kudos and an extra pip in engineering. And yeah, the expeditions are a little different. Normally, when you do the job, you only get 1 tick of stress. When you go out on expeditions, you don't get it for just doing the thing, but for each event during the expedition, you get stress once you finish it. And managing stress is huge because once your stress bar fills all the way up, you cannot do any activity other than just de-stress, basically. The sun goes behind a cloud, and you feel a light spattering of rain. It sizzles into the dry, hot ground above you, around you, providing a little relief from the heat of the day. Then you realize you don't see a single cloud in the sky ahead of you. Hmm. And it almost never rains in the western resting ridges. The plants here rely on nighttime too for moisture. Double. I fear this might be this is one of those situations like you don't stand underneath Santa's sleigh when it's flying overhead because reasons. Let's just go. You bolt for cover with your hands thrown over your head. You don't even care what's up there. You just know that was no rain. Okay, we didn't actually get anything out of that, but I feel like that was probably the best outcome we could have hoped for. Because if we actually found out what was landing on us, I think we might have been horrified. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm actually gonna go. We're gonna go find that boss event again. Because we got the question marks are the intermittent events that will sometimes respawn. Uh, Events that have an exclamation point on them are, as I said, that they're kind of boss events. They're either linked to the story or they're like the main character of the zone. Usually, it's some kind of new animal you haven't encountered before, and uh, those have a chance to actually just end the entire expedition right there. So it's a good idea to save them for last. So what I want to go find it, and then we'll work backwards from there. And then once our stress is about is like 60, 70 or so, then we'll do that. And then if it sends us back, that's fine. Because this is also the month where we have Vertumnalia, the big festival that burns off 50 stress. So we get, that's like one of the stress management techniques. Just try to take advantage of take advantage of events that knock your stress down, so you can stay out here longer, collecting more stuff, grinding more stats, stuff like that. So the path ahead is blocked by a field of snaking vines and brambles. They're flowering, enormous happy blossoms swaying in the shimmering heat waves. You could push through them, but your hollow palm beeps a warning, a radiation warning. Ah, here we go. Our past actions coming back to help us, for once. These flowers seem to be highly radioactive, far too radioactive for the mild shielding your suit provides. Luckily, you analyzed these radioactive plants and know how to pass through safely. Neutralize the radiation. Good thing you studied the plant earlier and know its wily ways. You tickle it just so, and the radioactive flowers close. You push your way through to the other side, unharmed. Okay, so that wasn't all that helpful, but I guess we managed to avoid any negative consequences. So there is that. Utopia has sent you and Dees to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can't help but get the sense they're alive somehow. They're angular and hard to the touch, but they have a sort of sponginess and warmth to them that's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. Dees pokes one with his finger. Weird. It almost looks like they're breathing. Okay, well, let's study them. Alright, so we have 3 rounds to get to 70. We can certainly start with those. That gets us halfway there already. Oh. Oh, right. Okay, hang on. Let's reconsider this. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, and that'll act as a 6. So we're basically there already. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Da, da, da. Yeah, we're very much there. So let's okay, but let's if we can max out if we well I say if we max it out we get more stat pips, but we're already maxed on perception, so we don't have to sweat this necessarily. Oh wait. Oh, so if we just play it in general, we ooh. Oh, I see. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we can. Yeah. Yeah. So first collectible uses. So we can actually turn that blue for no cost. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah. All right. And so as we found out, this here is kind of your score rating. Um, if you clear the challenge, you get 1 point, or you get one of the in the stat pip, like it says there. If you the super goal is like a hidden break point for points, that'll get you an extra stat pip, and then if you get the best score possible in the last round, um, it'll also get you a little bonus money. Not that we're hurting for money, of course. Hmm. You notice they hum the loudest at midday, under full sun. The few crystals that have grown under shaded outcroppings are less vibrant than the others. They kind of look like convergent domain tech, don't they? Dee says. Like the organic obsidian or crystals embedded in the ruins. So, we could try blocking their sun, uprooting one, breaking one, or leave them alone. Well, blocking, leaving them alone kind of works against the purpose. We're here to learn more about these things, so we don't necessarily want to just waltz on by them. But we're also kind of like trying to. I mean, okay, we're not trying. Some of us are trying to live in harmony with the planet. Others, like especially the new military government running our colony, um, they would rather just run roughshod over everything and make Earth 2.0. So we don't necessarily want to break everything as far as I'm concerned. Let's just try blocking their sun. Okay, +1 to biology. Very close. On a hunch, you cover up one with some ferns. After an hour, it stops vibrating. Something deep inside has gone dormant. The crystal turns clear, like the ones that were shadowed naturally. When you remove the fronds, its color returns. Oh, so it's like photosynthesis, Dees exclaims, but it's not a plant, right? I mean, okay, I don't. We could try uprooting. I just, I, I fear, I fear for the potential consequences. Okay, they do indeed have roots, and they're really tough. You dig around the base of one and expose them so you can see. They're made of the same glass, but rough and frosted and warm, much warmer than the surrounding soil. The roots go digger than you can dig. You won't be able to remove one without breaking it. Oh, hang on. Can we? Okay, I am I am embracing the save scum here. Let's go break root one. Let's see. Let's try breaking one. You wiggle one of the crystals loose like a loose tooth. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Boom. Okay. Well, you're thrown out by the explosion. When the dust settles and you brush off some of the shards of the warm crystal, you realize some of the nearby crystals have also exploded. Are they connected underground? Yeah, I know. I know a mycorrhizal network when I see one. Dees exclaims. They're alive, like fungus, but also artificial, like the convergent domains buildings. I bet they were used to harvest energy from sunlight, like living solar panels. I wonder if they've been growing wild this whole time, or if they still power something. He stops. Wait, are you okay? No, I am not. You dust yourself off, endnote, and scribble excitedly in your surveyed notes. This is an important scientific discovery. Okay, well, all right. So our engineering goes up, so that there are new cards in the depot. Hmm. That also gave us a buttload of stress. So I guess now would be the time to head on back and check on the exclamation point event that we've been delaying. Expeditions have been collecting energy readings from this area, tracing the invisible ley lines of power like the one from the thumper that brought you here in the first place. They've pointed you to this cave, a nexus of power at the convergence of many lines. You can feel the energy is different here, like a barely perceivable hum that prickles up the back of your neck. Like something is watching you. It's likely this is some sort of important place for the convergent domain, Utopia says, leaning on her glider. I sent teams through, but it gets mighty tight in here. I'm hoping you and D's might have better luck wiggling in there. Might be the caves inside open up again, and if they do, take plenty of readings and report back to me. Dees is vibrating beside you on nearly the same frequency as the weird power fluctuations. This is the real deal, he whispers, mostly to himself. So, Utopia nods and leaves it to you. What's the plan? Well, first we should probably prep our equipment, if we have that option. This time, you get headlamps and a little recording drone with a floodlight attachment, a tiny buzzing flying thing that circles around your heads and sometimes illuminate what you want to look at. It's intelligent, which just means it won't just do what you want. Dees bats at it in annoyance. Utopia's also left you an anti-grav belt with a warning to practice extreme caution while spelunking down there. They make you lighter so you can climb more easily and won't hurt yourself so much if you fall. Okay, let's go. We enter the cave. The narrow entrance leads to a bigger room the animals have clearly used as a den. It's enormous, with glowing mushrooms on the walls and piles of bones in some crevices. In some places, the walls are made of iridescent convergent domain obsidian, like this was once a great hall millennia ago. You can feel a cool breeze coming from somewhere, but it'll be tricky to find in the dark. Well, we have the perception. Let's try to find a way in. Ooh, 3 rounds for 95. There we go. Oh, and a +5 bonus to pairs of red cards. Interesting. So let's actually hold on to our red cards until we can play more of them. Okay. So we got some gem interactions going on here. That could be useful. Let's see, that's got a gem. That's got a gem. That's got. Okay, let's just experiment. So if we do say. Well, that gets us 26, but that also leaves us needing just a casual 43 off of one last round. So that's maybe we don't. We got medicinal roots. Let's just draw a card. Okay, there we go. That'll do. So that gets us this straight, and then now we just need so we just need 30 off the last round. Still not easy, but way more manageable. Hmm. So we just got the one card with the gem. That's not helpful. Okay. So that gets us the win. That's good. Um, do Yeah, unfortunately, we're out of Xeno eggs, so we can't turn anything red and then get more points that way. I think this might be as good as we're going to get. And plus, it's a perception. We're already at max perception, so we probably don't need to. Yeah, let's save our consumables, and we'll just take the win and go. Okay. Oh, a little extra bravery too. You find the source of the breeze by tossing some fine sand into the air and watching it which way the dust blows. It's a very tight crack. Good thing you and Deast are so small. Are we small? I don't know. I guess I've never seen haven't been able to gauge us in comparison to other people. Anyway, you squeeze through and have to shimmy along on your bellies for about 10 meters, pushing your gear ahead of you. It's uncomfortable, but Deast's excitement draws you on. Past the crack, there are fewer signs of animals. The walls are smooth, grown obsidian, which has a kind of melted, rainbow oil slick look. There are deeply carved glyphs on the walls at various intersections, like room designations or street names, you wonder? And other kinds of basins, alcoves grown into the rock, full of odd protrusions, all ancient and worn and inexplicable now. It feels homey. You come to realize the convergent domain must have lived underground. That's why there are so few ruins on the surface. As you follow the cave complex down, it's clear this used to be a well-traveled path. The corridors branching off to other places are now blocked off, as if a big earthquake had rattled this whole area. Only one main path is still clear. It's too convenient to be coincidence. The floor of the cave slopes downward like a slide, and it's quite slippery. But because our perception is 40 or greater, we're apparently able to pay attention to our footing. Okay, we only take 5 stress. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, yes, it would have been 10, apparently. So I guess we have that going for us. You follow the cave system down, 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 all the way to what must be the bottom of the cliffs. You have to climb down a 3-story wall in the last section, and are grateful to your anti-grav belt for making it easier. You're still tired, though. You can see dim light below. Daylight? You emerge into a hidden valley, totally surrounded by tall cliffs. Did you just come down all that way? You're surrounded by the ruins of convergent domain buildings, in much better condition than the windswept ones on the surface. It's perfectly still here, and as quiet as space itself. What was this? Deese whispers reverentially. Some sort of converger facility? And it feels so familiar. You remember this place from your dreams, and feel a throbbing sense of importance that is a bit unnerving. Something momentous happened to you here, or will happen to you someday. You poke around a little, then call Utopia and give her your coordinates. She swings down on her glider, with extra ones for you and Deese tethered behind it. You're happy you won't have to climb all the way back up. She whistles. Great find, kids! This place didn't show up on any of our aerial scans. Took me a while to find a route in. You look bushed. I'll stick around to get some readings, but you head on back to the depot and get some rest. Don't worry, we ain't gonna push on without you. So we got some kudos. I think it'd probably be best if we go home. But then, when Vertumnalia hits, we'll have that lose 50, so we'll have 40 stress. We can basically go do whatever. Let's go home. So 2 perception and 2 engineering, and the engineering means there are new cards in the depot. Well, they better be good cards. If we had to do all that engineering work just to get there. Anyway, it's Vertumnalia. Everyone's in high spirits as you decorate the colony square. The great tables are piled high with food, groaning under the weight of heaps of roasted and steamed vegetables, barbecued meat, stews, carafes of mulled cider, and cakes dripping with frosting and sugar bug syrup. You gather in the colony square for the usual speeches. Lum takes the stage to fanfare and applause. Hello, people of Vertumna! He exclaims over the din. Happy Vertimalia. This is the himbo who landed on top of our colony and basically became governor because his people had all the guns. Him and his boob window. He takes a big theatrical breath. Do you smell that? That's the smell of victory! We humans have secured our hold on this planet, and now it's time to celebrate. Lum gestures to the sagging feast tables. Eat, drink, and be merry! The crowd cheers again. After the crowd council members each give their annual reports, everyone starts clearing the square to set up for the Vertimalia Games. You feel the pulse of a new hollow message in your palm, and open it up to read. Happy Vertimalia, there's a present for you on the table. XOXO, your secret admirer. You rush over to the feast table and spot a wrapped present in among the roasted vegetables. Wow, you have a secret admirer? You unwrap your present. It's a data band. You snap it on your wrist and boot it up on your holopalm. It's full of all your favorite songs, videos, shows, and games. A collection curated by someone who must really know you. Now you'll always have your media with you even if the net goes down, including all your favorite episodes of the Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. Nice! You search the holopalm for any hint as to who could have made it, but you can't find anything. You'll have to ask around, but later. The games are about to begin. So we do want to take part because taking part knocks down our rebellion by 5, and that's important if we want to open up a new job. So we can do Xeno wrangling. We need 35 or higher, 35 combat, and we barely qualify. Our persuasion is nowhere near close enough. Our reasoning is good enough for trivia. Our organizing is well good enough for the bake-off. Or we can say no. Okay, so last time around, the trivia got us friendship with Tangent and Nomi Nomi. I think Tammy has, because there's no more science fair, Tammy has moved on to the bake-off, where, honestly, she probably crushes it. So, here's what I'm wondering. We are actually close to the next breakpoint in organizing. Reasoning, not so much. And our friendship with Tangent is just rock solid. And Nomi Nomi is just weird, but they're fine. Um, I'm almost tempted to go for the bake-off, both for the points and for the friendship with Tammy. So you know what? Let's try the bake-off. Oh, so it's Cal and Tammy. I see. So we got 5 loyalty. So it's now under 30. So that's good. You join Cal and Tammy in the kitchens. They're standing really close to each other, like really close. Tammy adjusts her clothing and Cal coughs. Well, let's get cooking, he says. Time to get our bake on, right? This year's theme is multi-layered cakes. You'll be in charge of designing, baking, assembly, and decorating a towering monument to sweet cake and frosting. So this will be a hard organizing challenge. And we need 86 in 3 rounds. Ooh. Cars with gems are wild. Hey, maybe we should... Oh, so we probably... So if that's the case, we just... and we got... There's 2 actual... Oh, wait, no. They just become wild. Okay, yeah, those are normally red cards. They have become wild. Aha. Okay, so... Can we do... So that counts as... okay, so that counts as a straight of 3, so that counts as a 7, 8, 9. And then it's also 3 of a kind. Oh, okay. So I guess they all count as a 7 as well. Ooh. Okay, so if I could beef that up by 1 or by 2 if we but we want to save our logs for Rex. So we're going to say no, we're going to take that and we're going to need 56 over the next 2 rounds. Hmm. Well, we got like I say we could we have more we have more yellow flowers and bobber fruit. Kind of like that. Yeah, then we'll need 21 off the last round. We can make that happen. Uh, oh. Okay, that might be slightly harder. Um, I think we can. I think we can do better than this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's fine. We'll take that. Hey, there we go. And there we go. More organizing. So we're close. We're just 4 points off the next breakpoint, and a little bit more kudos. Ew, we have a. Ooh, look at that. We have a Bake Off champion card. So it's wild and it's 8. That's pretty good. So your cake is an architectural marvel. Easily in the running for the best thing ever created on Vertumna, for sure. It's 4 tiers and decorated with delicate hand-sculpted floral details and piped frosting. It's delicious too. The best part is eating it, of course. So we got our card, and we gain the popular status. So we had 3 months of bonus uh, kudos for jobs. After the festivities, everyone descends on the feast. You heap your plate with more food than you can eat in 3 sittings. Well, okay, that feels like bad buffet strategy to me. Rather than heap everything on your plate at once, why not just go back? Give yourself time to digest stuff. Don't just pile your plate chest high. It 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 strikes me, yeah, bad strategy. Anyway, when all the food is gone and the sunset has broken the heat of day, people break out their instruments. Everyone dances well into the night. We do have another event with Cal. It's interesting. We don't. Hmm. Oh, we have another event with Rex too. Oh, wait, did we give him a log last time? Oh yeah, it'll tell us. Um, I guess we'll do our quick consumable check. Oh right, that's why everyone has a thing. We're supposed to find out who our secret admirer is. Well, okay. Here, my initial thought is it would be whoever we have the highest friendship with, but that would be Tangent, and Tangent is, well, she's not given to displays of emotion. She is very staid, very reserved. Although she does have that little element of subversive sass within her as well. But, I mean, let's see. Yeah, Tangent is an 80. We have 58, 64, 39, 38, 68. Much as I would love for it to be Rex, I think we're just a little too early for that. We're gonna see if it's Tangent. Tangent is hard at work at the lab, entering calculations into her holopalm and frowning over a set of samples. She barely notices you enter. Hello, she says distractedly, before going back to her work. Someone gave you a data band. It might have been Tangent. You say, are you a second married? Leave her alone for now. This is pointless. I don't want to know. I mean, come on. We want to know, right? You wouldn't happen to be my secret admirer, would you, Tangent? Tangent continues to scrutinize her work, though the tips of her ears go pink. No, of course not, she says. I would never. The whole idea of I'm simply too busy to. It's okay. I won't tell. Tong nods, finally meeting her eye. Good, she says. I don't want to make a big deal about it. Okay. I. I mean, much as I would like to, she does say, I don't want to make a big deal about it. So, I mean, every other time we tried to flirt with her, it has gone poorly. Although this time it worked. It just let the moment pass. There you go. Tangent seems relieved. You're willing to let the matter drop and quickly goes back to her work. Yeah, I just. Let's see. Can we? No, we can't do anything to help Rex yet. We need engineering 80 or greater. We're getting there. We're getting there. Um, we haven't given Nomi anything. We need creativity. Okay, yeah, okay. If her stat is creativity, I don't think we're gonna be besties with her. But if she's the artistic type, what would she like? Would she like something shiny? Okay. Oh, ooh! Nomi exclaims, making grabby hands at the pretty crystal. Happy birthday to me! I can't believe you remembered. Thank you. Okay, well, so we get her birthday, and we know she likes crystal clusters. Oh, and we have an event with her. That was already? Oh yeah, we're at 10 friendship. I guess yeah, every 10 friendship you get an event with people apparently. You find Nomi Nomi in the lounge, flanked by two holoscreens and doodling in a sketchbook with real paper. One holoscreen is playing an animated kids show, while the other is a wall of text that looks like it might be a translation guide of some kind. Nomi's attention moves between the three easily. Wow, watching a show with synopses. That is some old school weebery. Much respect. When they see you, they jump and quickly close their holoscreens. Sitting up straight and clutching their sketchbook to the text. Oh, hi! They giggle, rubbing the back of their head charmingly. How you doing? Then we say, it's okay, you can watch cartoons in here. Are we a little over cartoons, or is that in a different language? Yes, is that a different language? But yeah, Nomi says, wrinkling their nose. It's better in the original language, but the subtitles don't tell the whole story either. Okay. I see where this is going. Nomi sets their sketchbook aside and looks around conspiratorially. I thought you were going to bust me for jailbreaking my holopad, they say. All the Helio kids have restrictions on what we can watch and for how long, but you guys have so many more cartoons than we had. Nomi throws their arms in the air, like the first season of Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. What? Say, what's that? They say, I love Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. So, where did you learn how to do that? What? Oh, learn how to jailbreak their holopad? Or that sounds like total garbo. Well, no, we're not here to yuck Nomi's yum. Not at all. Yeah, we're totally gonna lie and say we love Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. What? Nobody cries, slapping their chins to their cheeks. Really? It's the best cartoon ever made. What else has schoolgirls who look like aircraft from the waist down battling evil aliens while dealing with the stresses of high school life? I'm shocked that anime has not yet been made. I assume it hasn't been made. Maybe it has, I don't know. You have to agree, you were pretty fond of the arc in the third season when Kamiya and Otoko disagreed about whether Haruka could truly be considered a hyper jet if she was part helicopter. The Helio Media Archive only had season 2 through 9 and only 3 of the OVAs, Nomi says, puffing their cheeks out. Well, that's just rude. I can't believe in the 4th OVA, Flight Captain Yumiko gets captured by the aliens and brainwashed into thinking she's been an alien sleeper agent the whole time. Is that what you're drawing? Don't peek. Okay, fine. Nomi laughs and flips over their sketchbook, showing off some of their drawings. I was drawing some fan art on the show. Well, it's kind of fan art. Okay, it's more like if I was a character in Hypergirl Turbojet Transform, so we can say, it looks good, keep at it. Our empathy is high to say, what kind of aircraft would you be? Will you be an artist when you grow up, or this is a waste of time? I mean, that's just rude. Although, ooh. So the card to the right also becomes wild. Man, that could be useful. Yeah, so what kind of aircraft would you be, Nomi? Nomi blinks at you, clearly stunned by your interest. Well, you see, all the cool aircraft are already taken, and it's rude to be a double. They press the tips of their index fingers together and look thoughtful. Sometimes I draw myself, my character, as something weird, like a hot air balloon, but then I think it would be kind of cool if I was the only regular human in the Turbo Girl Hyperjets. Yeah, yeah, that's Nomi. Although I will say, giving someone that into anime only access to access to not having all the seasons, what did it say, only seasons 2 through 9 and not all of the OVAs, that that would be maddening. Imagine finding your favorite TV show of all time, but having to start in season 2. Even if it's a show like Star Trek Next Generation, when the first season is generally considered pretty rough, and like when things get much better later on, you're still going in without a lot of important character development. Ooh, right, yes. Now let's check. Yeah, here we go. So, since rebellion is less than 30, we can apply to be the governor's assistant. Now, we don't actually like the governor, but I feel like this could, at the very least, it could be big money. So we're going to apply to be the assistant. Okay, and this is the same task as before, so Lump will seek to figure it out. So, hey, I could do it. You wait for Lum to storm off like he usually does, then approach Seek while they're massaging their temples. You offer to help Seek with their problem, whatever it is. Seek sighs. The governor isn't used to how things work around here, they admit slowly. They clear their throat and look around to make sure he still isn't nearby. Nor do they have any real experience at running anything besides a squad of gun-toting soldiers. He doesn't appreciate the work of civil servants like you and me, Seek continues. He thinks the person with the biggest gun and the nicest smile should be allowed to make the decisions, with no regard for the difficulties of actually making those decisions reality. They sigh. Again, I note. Perhaps it needs a more deft touch. I already have Mars working on softening him through social media, though she's quite rebellious. I could use someone I can trust in the position. Okay, so we have unlocked administration. So if we do that, we get +3 persuasion, +3 organizing. Okay, not as much money as I thought. Yeah, we get better money working in construction, really. Although, I mean, as I said earlier, I just feel like persuasion is going to be very useful. So, like, the sooner we can get that up, the better. And we'll get double the kudos. And, like, 6 stat pips is not to be underestimated. Plus, we'll get the next level. No, well, hang on. Okay. +3 organizing. Okay. Well, if we do particularly well, maybe we get an extra pip in organizing, and then we can we'll get to that second breakpoint there. We could also do some more xenobiology while we're here, and then crank that up. Yeah, let's try assisting the governor and see what kind of shenanigans we get up to here. One of your first tasks as an administrator is to format the monthly report to Earth. It's full of boring, carefully formatted data. Seek is very specific about it and makes you redo it 3 times until you get it right. You drop off the report at the comms desk and realize you've yet to be told how to process any reply from Earth. You wonder if they reply at all. So, we can ask Seek. We can ask Lum. I don't know how useful that would be. Or, because our organizing is 50 or greater, we can investigate on our own. Yeah, let's investigate. Why ask an adult when we can just do the job ourselves? Okay. A little more rebellion, but I think now that we have access to that, maybe the rebellion is not such a big deal. You sneakily read through the administrative holonet files you're allowed access to now. There's a huge backlog of messages, all dating from during the 20 years the Stratospheric was in space. You scroll through the preview text quickly, not wanting to draw too much attention to yourself. The majority of the messages are updates from the colony's allies in the Vertumna group, but every so often there's a message ordering the ship to cease and return to Earth, putting an end to their illegal emigration and return their stolen property. Wow, there's laws against illegal emigration. If the Vertumna group weren't outlaws on Earth before, stealing congruence and the gene tech definitely did the trick. These messages are angry. There are no messages from any time after the Stratospheric landed on Vertumna. Maybe nothing can get through the wormhole. Maybe the communication system was damaged, and it wasn't until the heliopods landed that communications could be restored. Or maybe both planets are just shouting into the void. It's impossible to say. Okay, time to administer the heck out of this. Okay, so we need 30, we need an extra 30. That's not terrible. Okay, so if I do that, and that's gonna make whatever shows up next to that a 5 as well. So Maybe... Hey, there we go. Now, because this is persuasion, it might not be the worst idea in the world to try to finesse this a little bit. Although the question there is how. Yeah, because that's Clark's spot there gets +2, but that we're actually getting more off of that because that card is normally a 2, so we get about 3 extra there. And then, unless we want to use our logs, and I kind of don't. You know, there's nothing that would, upgrade either that or that without. I guess no, we could just drop. No, oh, we only have 4 yellow flowers. Okay, maybe we don't. Yeah, we'll just take the win. Okay, apparently we could have milked 5 more out of that, but we got 6 persuasion. Pretty good. Pretty good. 3 more organizing. Ah, we're 1 short. Double the kudos and only 5 stress. So that is so our action economy is definitely in good shape. Okay, now it is Dust 3, which means it is Cal's birthday. Do we have more bobber fruit or cake? We actually have more cake. Okay, we'll give Cal cake. Here we go. Well, Cal gas, my favorite food, and on my birthday as well. He makes grabby hands at the cake and takes a big huff of the pleasant, sugary smell as his eyes slip closed in sheer pleasure. Wow, you really are the best of the best. There, you have a piece too. Let the icing melt in your mouth and let your worries melt away with it. So we actually get double friendship, and we lose 5 stress. Not too shabby. So we're 5 points short there. I think if we do, wait, it's biology. So we want to go to the, we want to do xenobiology, which also gets us some very good money. Or excuse me, xenobotany. Okay, that's only +2, but that's fine. We can increase that. It also gets us the organizing we need for the next breakpoint there. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. The surveyor Tonin found Bletgrass shortly after the colony landed on Vertumna. The waxy violet grass grows almost everywhere near the colony, and when you steep its roots, you get a deep purple tea. It tastes horrible, grassy and bitter, but it's a stimulant and mildly hallucinogenic, so the adults think it's great. Of course they do. They've been drinking it for years, with no ill effects except for an overwhelming urge to stick out your tongue and say blah when you taste it. You've been trying to cultivate new variants that don't taste as awful, or have more potent stimulant or hallucinogenic properties. Maybe you'll even find some entirely new medicinal usage. You're ready to test a new strain. Tangent would probably appreciate a better stimulant, and Cal would appreciate a nicer trip. Of course he would. Who will be your test subject? So we have testing on humans. The neighbors become blue. That is potentially useful. Or we can get another one of those. We already have one of those cards. That card seems useful. So we got... I think we could probably afford a little friendship loss with Tangent if things go poorly. So we'll try her. Okay. No, here we go. So we help Tangent, more friendship, and we got the card. You bring Tangent a cup of freshly brewed Blep Tea 2.0 and ask her to give it a try. She swallows it down, no problem. She pounds back cups of Blep Tea all day. It's not like she needs the assistance to stay awake, but she says the stimulant helps her focus. After a while, you ask her to report on how she feels. Oh, I hope she doesn't get the hallucinogenic side effects. Okay. I got an extraordinary amount of work done, she says, blinking rapidly, but I feel, the voice? Like, my own internal voice feels much stronger, like as if it were another person entirely, sitting here beside me. I think she got some of the hallucinogenic effects. She tilts her head to the side. Yes, I know, she says to the thin air. I will tell him about the tremors, thank you. Her eyes refocus as she looks at you again. I am also experiencing a higher than acceptable amount of muscle spasms. I suggest crossbreeding the bleb grass with something that will act as an anticonvulsant. Looks like the strain was a little too strong. Tong shakes her head. No, she exclaims. No, no, it's perfect. Don't destroy the strain. You should give the rest to me. Yes! I mean, you know what? Sure. Have the last of it. You were just going to toss it anyway, and if anyone can handle it, Tong can. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we need 33, we need an extra 28, and one slot will turn mental cards blue. So we could actually put that there. You get 3 of a kind. Drop that there. I guess pop that in there too. Hey, there we go. Crush that. There we go. +6 biology, the 2 we need in organizing, a whole mess of kudos, and just a little stress. So we have maxed out biology. What does that do for? Oh, whoa. So we can get an extra enhancement perk. Enhance your DNA and engineering. Ooh. And the extra level in organizing gets us draw an extra card at the start of the challenge. Okay. That's not nothing, I guess. There we go. Enhance your DNA. We're definitely going to look at that. And organizing level 1 or level 2, draw an extra card. Oh yeah! And because we maxed out biology, we are also now enlightened for 3 months, so we get any mental skill increases are they get +1, which is pretty handy. Let's see. This is wet 1, which means it's Mars's birthday. Mars also likes the shiny stuff. Oh, and we got another. Did we rank up with Mars? Yeah, we hit 40. Nice. What's up, Mars? You approach Mars, who's deep in negotiations of some kind with Tangent. When Tang sees you over Mars' shoulder, she points and says your name. Thank you, forces of chance and chaos, Tong mutters, slipping away as Mars' attention turns to you. She's your problem now. Mars pretends not to hear her. You're looking hideous today, darling. Luckily, I'm doing makeovers and fashion advice free of charge. So, what's the catch? I'm not your doll, or, alright, that's a thing we're doing now. I mean, fine. I mean, my clothes don't change anyway, so sure. Come with me, Mars says, directing you to her room. I've been working on these designs for weeks. They're fresh off the printer, and I'm dying to see how they look on a regular person, like yourself. Oh, so now I'm regular. Mars's room is a riot of sparkling fabric. My first fashion line is all about dressing for the seasons of autumna, Mars says as she ushers you inside. Yellow and angular for dust, airy and pink for pollen, and stuff like that. If we ever make it back to Earth, I want to be known as the visionary who brought Vertumna home. Okay, sure. I don't want to, step all over her dreams. It's a great idea. Mars shrugs. I know. Mars indicates the pile of outfits on her bed. Well, what are you waiting for? Chop chop. You try on outfit after outfit, letting Mars scrutinize your silhouette and bearing. She seems genuinely focused on how the clothing performs. Finally, you finish trying on all the outfits. I think the glow jumpsuit is the winner. Go ahead and put it back on. Then we'll do your hair and makeup. No one said anything about hair and makeup. You sit on her bed as Mars pulls out her box of cosmetics. A day look? She asks, or something more bold for nighttime? How about something subtle? Mars says, boring. Mars does your makeup efficiently, then pulls out a bottle of bright new nail polish. One more thing, and the look is complete. Mars paints your nails, humming tunelessly as she works. And voila, she says when she's done. You know what? This was fun. Mars smiles and caps the bottle of nail polish. And informative, I hope. Blue is definitely your color. Well, I hope so. My hair is literally blue. Ooh, consumable. Okay, just looking around for any others. Okay, seeing none. Now, this will be the last month of our popular buff. Because we got it in Dry 1. Or got it at the end of Dry 1, rather. So, 1, 2, and 3. So, if we can find something with a kudos paying job, that'd be good. Let's check the supply depot. There's supposed to be more stuff in there. Yeah, because of engineering. So we have the learning tablet. We got the photophonor. Those were there earlier. We got Tay's gloves. The Vert space helmet, plus 10 reasoning. Ooh, the brain trainer, plus 15 to all skills. Ooh, spicy. Then we got the drone rifle, plus 50 combat. So that's a lot. We got the hollow eye display, plus 30 engineering, and the first collectible use is free. In the auto helm, autoplay the best hand, but -2 to cards, not great. And in the vintage focus device, all blue card values become wild. Well, I am the vintage focus device. Oh wait, vintage focus device. It's a fidget spinner. I see what you're doing there, game. That could be interesting. I mean, if we're going for combat, the drone rifle would be pretty spicy. But the brain trainer plus 15 to all skills. That's actually that seems to me like that could be particularly useful. I don't think we have any need for it at the moment, but it is tempting, I gotta say. Okay, so if we're maxed out on biology, we probably don't need to do xenobotany anymore. We could pivot to engineering and then do repairing robots. Or we could do another round of administering the colony If we still have access to that. Okay, yeah, we do. Yeah, because I think now that we unlocked it, we don't have to worry about we don't have to worry about managing our rebellion level apparently. So yeah, now our food supplies are excellent, 130%. Oh, that was probably the effect of running off the dwarves moths, so they're not eating our corn anymore. Okay. Well, this gets us persuasion, and then we can actually beef up the organizing, which would be potentially useful as well. And then like for the next couple months, we can switch to engineering. Okay. As chief administrator, Seek likes to think that they secretly run the colony behind the scenes. This manifests in them watching you very closely, suspicious of your motivations. To the adults, especially the older ones, you'll always be crash kids, not to be trusted with anything of importance. One day, they pull you aside. I need your assistance for a classified mission, they say. You're surprised. Seek never trusts anyone. Could this be a trap? Oh, we need rebellion less than 31, and we have 30. Ooh, just. So we need. Oh, you can definitely trust me for sure. Or, you probably shouldn't trust me. Rebel 70 or greater. Okay, so I guess that's the route you take if you like go hard on persuasion, but you don't worry about your rebellion. You know what? You kind of ooh, that was like a pretty nice card. Yeah, you can trust me. Those reports you've been sending to Earth, they begin, looking around to make sure you're not overheard. I was certain the wormhole was blocking all communications, but it appears. Seek takes a deep breath. The heliopause's communication system is fully functional, they conclude. Earth has been responding. Your eyes go wide, and Seek shushes you before you can respond. Lums received several brief priority message from Earth, they continues. They're encoded, so I have no idea who they're from or what they could contain. They could be from Vertumna Group or from Earth's military. Um, yeah, this is worrying. You promise Seek you'll keep your ears open for more information. Ooh, there could be skullduggery afoot. Okay, so a +2 bonus 2 straights. So we need to get cards all in a row. So how are we going to do that? Well, we got wait, what? Oh wait, +1. Okay, no, we don't want that one. I guess. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. So that's no, that actually works better. So yeah, because it's going to act as a 1 for the straight, as well as a 2 to for the pair. Actually, same as that. Wow, look, these wild cards are actually wildly efficient. Yeah, so that straight is worth 17 points. So another 6 to persuasion, and all of a sudden we're pretty close to the first break point there. This is okay. I can see us doing more work in administration, if for no other reason than we could actually well we could learn some important stuff, and it seems like there's some story to be advanced as well. Oh, right, and then if we get to organizing 70, we can go chat with Mom for another... Yeah, we can get her next card. Although we already have one of those cards, so it's not... It is not all that important. Oh, hang on. Have we hugged and gifted Rex? I don't think we have. Okay. Oh, we have another friendship event with Rex. Okay. You follow the sounds of laughter and find Nomi and Rex playing catch. Or maybe the word for the game they're playing is more like fetch. Nomi throws the ball as far as they can, and Rex tears after it, climbing and leaping over anything in his way, like it's not even there. Rex hands the ball back to Nomi, and Nomi winds up to throw it again, but at the last second, they palm the ball and hide it under their arm. Oh boy. Rex barrels off away from Nomi with his ground-eating stride, and gets pretty far away before he stops and looks around, confused. He looks back at Nomi, who waggles the ball at him, and bursts out laughing. Nomi! He shouts, running back to them. He picks them up and hauls them over his shoulder, and Nomi shrieks with delight as Rex spins him around. Two Helio kids in their crisp uniforms pass by, glaring archly at Nomi and Rex. Well, screw them. Rex sets Nomi down and spots you over Nomi's shoulder. Hey! He says, and Nomi turns around and gives you a stunningly bright smile. Rex slings his arm over Nomi, and Nomi lays their head on his shoulder. They're both breathless and beaming with happiness. That feels like that feels a bit forward. Now, what's the deal with your Helio friends? Rex and Nomi look at each other and stick out their tongues. They're our friends, Rex replies. All they want to do is act like mindless soldiers and measure each other's dicks. He rolls his eyes. There's so many more fun things to do with... Nomi thumps Rex in the chest. That'd be gross, they whine. Sorry, Rex apologizes. I just mean, we don't need anyone else. Ever since we were kids, it's been me and Nomi here. They're my best friend. I love them like my sibling. Nomi smiles shyly and hides their face. Rex is my best friend too. Oh, buddy, Rex coos and wraps his whole body around Nomi's smaller one. He kisses them noisily on the cheek, snuffling into their hair, while Nomi shrieks with laughter again. We were always the odd ones out in the heliopause, Rex said. People thought we were weird, you know? You probably don't see it because everyone is so awesome here, but compared to the rest of those smug, boring jerks, we really stick out. But I'd rather be different than be like them. He looks down at Nomi, who beams up at him. And I got to be different with my best friend, which is awesome. We just hung out together and had our own fun while everyone else trained to be proper little soldiers. Right, Nomi? Nomi frowns. Like Face and all his cronies, they say. It wasn't all fun and games. Rex shushes Nomi and strokes his hand through their hair. I know, but that's in the past. We don't have to grow up to be soldiers. We're here now, and there's so many more people to be friends with. Say, yeah, you still have to follow colony rules, or maybe more than friends. Let's not flirt with Rex in front of Nomi. That'd be rude. Yeah, I am your friend. Rex smiles and holds his other arm out to you. Group hug! Rex gives really good hugs, and Nomi's no slouch either. So that's a nice little event. A little friendship with each of them. And more importantly, we got to hand over another log to our guy here. Now, already up to 35, so we're catching up quick there. Okay, so job-wise, what do we want to do? We can continue advising the governor, maybe unlocking more juicy details, and also, revving up our persuasion. We could also keep pushing. That would also keep pushing organizing. I'm not sure how important that is, but it feels helpful. Yeah, let's at least get this first persuasion breakpoint and see what that is. Okay, so another month of assisting the governor. The mood is somber as Mars calls the Secret Fun Times Club to order. Anemone probably won't be joining us today, she announces, or probably ever again. She told me she's too busy with training and stuff, and she didn't want to do any more sneaking around. She sniffs dismissively. It's okay, she's kind of square anyway, but we need someone to replace her. Some of the Helio kids are pretty cool, she says. They like clubs and stuff, right? We should talk to them and see if they want to join the SFC. Mars stops and holds up her finger. Oh, and it's just SFC now. The Secret Fun Times Club was okay when we were little, but we're practically adults now. That's where we're going full KFC here. What about the new governor, Lum? Tong asks. I know he's technically an adult, but he's fairly young. It would be beneficial to have someone with actual clout on our side. Mars gives Tong a withering look. We already have someone important in our club, Tong, but thank you for your contribution. She crosses her arm and thinks, I mean, Lum's alright. Is he, though? Kinda dumb, but, like, you don't have to be smart to be hot, you know? I can't believe Unicott just let him be in charge. I have listened in on some of his council meetings, and they are total chaos. Like, he has no idea what he's doing. That's kind of mean, Mars, Demi says. I'm sure he's trying his best. We should invite him over for snacks and tea and see if he needs help learning how to fit in. And, shouldn't we be trying to have fun, not getting involved in politics? So, who do we approach to join? We can ask Nomi. We can ask Rex. We would be able to ask Vase if we had friendship, but screw that guy. I mean, come on. We gotta ask Rex, right? You say you're going to try to recruit Rex, and Mars immediately invites herself along. Why? She says, when you insist you can do it yourself. He's hot, okay? I mean, yes. You explain to Rex about the SSC. I'm in, he says, before you can even ask him to join. Sounds like fun. I love group stuff, but Nomi has to come too, he insists. They're my best friend, and they hate being left out. If you want me, you gotta bring Nomi too. Mars twirls her hair around her finger. Not a problem, she answers for you. Maybe you and I could meet up sometime and I could catch you up on what you've missed. Rex winks at Mars, and he says he'd love that. You give the sense that maybe you didn't need to be here at all. Well, fine. I'm not sticking around where I'm not wanted. Definitely not. Okay. So we got one gem card and then one. We get one gem interacting card. And a wild card. Yeah, we can do this without too much issue, I don't think. Oh, right. I mean, that's not terrible. And we do have, we're leaving, or, I don't know, let's see, that's a 44. Yeah, I don't, nah, it's fine, it's fine. Just take the win, right? Okay, so another 6 persuasion, so that gets us well over that. More organizing. Now, what does that breakpoint do? Oh, there we go. +1 to social challenge. Yeah, +1 to social cards. And yellow cards get +1 in social challenges. Nice. Okay, and now, oh, there we go. Yep, and thank you for that. Appreciate that game. And now it's late wet, which means it is Tong and Dee's birthday. So we'll go ahead and do the rounds again there. And we need reasoning of 80. We're kind of slacking on that front. And she likes the roots. Complains about the dirt, but that's fine. We're up to 88 friendship with Tangent. That is... I feel like we're going to max that out well before the end of the game. Not sure if that means anything, but... Okay, and then Dees, going resolutely emo, complaining that I'm actually paying attention to him on his birthday. How dare I? Okay. You leave the front gates and see Dees talking to one of the senior surveyors. He listens intently to their instructions, and then the surveyor hands him a satchel of instruments and claps him on the shoulder before walking away. Dees turns to you. Hey, he says. He hikes the satchel on his shoulder and gives you a shy smile. It's still kind of weird to be allowed to be outside the walls. So, we could ask any of those. Or, I mean, it feels like it would be weird if they blocked that off. Because we're at 60. We should be able to upgrade his card. Let's see. Let's see if the dialogue blocks us off. So remember we used to sneak out? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Dee's eyes crinkle at the corners. It was so easy to avoid Chief Surveyor Tonin. So what's the weirdest thing you've seen? Dees looks at the sky with a thoughtful look. There's this big rock on the western ridges that's almost totally flat on top. When I get near it, it makes me feel happy. He smiles. It's so strange, and it's really hard to leave. The first time I went there, I laid on top of it for so long that I almost missed the transport back. I know it's my job, but I haven't told anyone about it yet. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like it wants to be kept a secret. Okay, well, I won't tell anyone. Dees looks pretty busy, so you say goodbye and let him get back to your work. You'll have to let him keep some of his secrets, for now. Okay, so we get the upgraded card nonetheless. So, it's a +3 if it's on the first or last panel. There, that helps. Okay. So, the popular buff is gone. The enlightened buff is gone. So now we can just do whatever the heck we want. I am enjoying the cranking up our persuasion. I'm not sure what we would have to do to rank up the creativity. I'm not sure if I've seen any jobs that let us do that. So we could see, the money buff isn't there. We could look to push something to the next break point, but reasoning is a ways off. Combat's a ways off. Bravery is about 10 points off, but do we have anything that does bravery? I'm not sure. Okay, well, sports ball, but I don't know. That doesn't feel like a great use of our time. Oh, there we go. You see, tutoring children gets us reasoning and empathy. Um, But repairing robots gets us engineering and creativity, so we can actually start cranking up the creativity. That seems like it could be really worthwhile. And it's also some good money too. Yeah, let's repair some robots. Oh, wait. We have the chance to do this. We can tinker with our DNA. Of all the people in the colony, you understand genetics the best. Besides Dr. Instance, probably. She trusts you to attend to the gene tech machine. With access to a machine like this, you could give yourself a new genetic enhancement. Sure, you probably shouldn't mess with your genome too much in vivo, but one little change couldn't hurt. I mean, for all that work, why wouldn't we? So, we can pick Eagle Eyes, and we can, it tells us about the cards. It doesn't tell us about what the, yeah, it doesn't tell us what, because our calm temperament basically, in addition to having that card in there, it reduces all stress gain. So I'm not sure what, as Eagle Eyes would probably be perception, and we don't need that. Extra fingers? I mean, hang on, I'm gonna, just in case this is a one and done, I would hope they would have like they would say, "Are you sure?" But we'll see. I guess our yellow skills need help. We can probably do with that. Absorbent brain, maybe, or super strength. We just okay. So well, let's see. Let's what does extra fingers do? Okay, your luck on having a sixth finger would have been something you hide or even remove. So the best position back on Earth had the gene for extra fingers, though. Wait, so it doesn't look like it's gonna tell us what. Yeah, it doesn't tell us what extra fingers does necessarily. I'll tell you what. Let's. If that's the case, let's hold off on that because I don't. Okay, we're gonna wait on that. We are gonna repair robots though. That is the thing we want to do for the extra creativity. In the robotics lab, Hal and Congruence are like a human couple. They bicker affectionately and share inside jokes, just like your parents used to when you were growing up on the Strato, and everything seemed less overwhelming. You always knew Congruence was more advanced than all the other bots put together, but you didn't realize that assumption was literal. She programs all the bots based off her own code, so it's almost like they're a part of her. Sometimes while you're working on a bot, she'll joke that it tickles. As Congruence's hands, you do physical maintenance on the bots. The ones you see most often are the vacuum bots. As the colony has gotten much larger and much dirtier, they're more likely to get clogged and break down. Then people have to do more cleaning by hand, which makes them complain to command, which means more maintenance requisitions on your desk. One vacuum bot in particular is eccentric. It is broken in a way that you can't really permanently fix, but you keep patching it up and sending it back out to serve the colony. You see it so often in the lab, you decide to name it. We can go Rosie, like after the Jetsons, Robbie, also familiar, Roomba, Rob, R-O-B. I think that's for the old NES or something else. Yeah, we're gonna go classic. We're gonna go Rosie. You stencil the boss name on his chassis and send it on its merry way. There you go, little Rosie. See you again in a few days. So we got another wild card. So we got +1 to mental cards, and then +2 to straights. Oh, and we got this, which will... yeah, so that will help. I guess a little one extra skill pip. Okay, so okay, yeah, let's just move those there, and we'll drop that there. Yeah, that'll do. Ooh, chunky, +7 to engineering, and +2 to creativity. Finally, so we know where we need to go for that. And more kudos, and a bit more stress. Okay, and it's glow season again, which I gotta say, glow 2 seasons ago was absolutely catastrophic. Glow last season was kind of a non-event. Oh, there we go. There's a lesser crystal cluster out there trying to hide from us. How dare. Okay, nothing new for Tangent. I don't see Rex, unfortunately, so we can't do the old hug gift combo again. Now, our colony defense rating it looks like it's about as good as it's going to get, but I feel like we should still, yeah, we should probably still do either lookout duty or guard duty or whatever's available to us. There. Just to be on the safe side, glow 16. Hey, do we want to change our gear? Do you want to take that off for the plas cutter? Well, I guess we can. If something truly nasty happens, we can roll back and try it again. But starting with a 5 on challenges is also pretty handy. Okay. Yeah, perception animals, we're already fine on those, but if it'll boost the colony defense, that's the important thing. Okay. The dim, sleepy glow of the season makes it so hard to stay awake. You stumble and yawn through your shift every day, blearily trying to keep your eyes on the smudge of the tree line. Only the word that the colony is usually attacked during glow keeps your eyes open. You have to be ready to sound the alarm when, not if, it happens. Okay, so +2 bonus to pairs, and an extra bonus to physical pairs. Well, that gets us most of the way right there. There we go. That'll do. Yep, sure enough. You're on lookout duty when you see it. A break in the tree line, a dark shape lumbering out of the forest and into the fire breaks surrounding the colony. We got not one, two faceless creatures. Okay, well, this went poorly for us last time. We got more colony defense, so we could hide inside, or since we're brave enough, we could go out and join the fray, and that'll get us the heroic buff for the next 3 months. Yes, go for it. We got heroic. You grab a plas rifle and report to the front, where a line of soldiers has taken up arms and is awaiting orders. The colony prepares to defend itself against the two building-scale faceless, as well as a teeming swarm of smaller xenodes that seethe towards you. Hold steady, orders Security Chief Red. Keep the line. No, Governor Lum yells, running from the front gates to the front of the defensive line. He elbows Red out of the way and waves his arm wildly. Bring them closer! Draw them in! Brett stops himself from shoving Love back, but just barely, you can tell. Are you serious? He retorts. We can't let them further into the colony. We're going to fight them on our territory, Lum cries, raising his plas rifle over his head with one hand. We have the walls, let's use them. We'll let them come inside and pick them off, one by one. He's using Project Zomboid strats against these things? We can't pick off a faceless, Rhett sputters from the sidelines. Lum smiles maniacally. You can see the gleam of his teeth from here. I have a plan, he roars. Just follow my lead. And with that, he turns and begins to run towards the approaching animals, roaring taunts and firing wildly into the fray to draw them close. At a loss, Rhett motions you all to fall back and let the animals approach. The area just inside the gates becomes a swirling melee of smaller xenos and plas rifle fire, the two faceless lumbering slowly behind. I think the smart thing to be to stay the hell out of the way. 88 in 3 rounds. Oh, joy. Plus 3 bonus to pairs, so that's good. Well, we have some consumables to help, I guess. All right, so plus 3 bonus to any pairs. We got we got 1 pair showing, and then we could also use a wild card if that counts. Does that count for 3 of a kind? Let's see. Oh wait, okay, no, that's an issue. Okay, well, bother. Although, okay, so that counts as a yellow flush, and a pair of 11s. So that's actually really good. 50. Okay, yeah, we only need 51 off the next 2 rounds. We can work with that. Oh, plus 1 if it's okay. Although that's okay actually. we got the pair bonus, and we got the flush. Yeah, okay, we only need 13 off the last round. Okay, we can work with this. Kind of like that, maybe? It's a perception challenge, so we don't have to fuss over it too much. We already got all the stats we can get in that. That's fine. That's fine. Just go. You're not exactly a professional soldier, but you manage to hold your own against Xenos, even though you still scream and retreat when something gets too close. You don't injure any humans with your plas rifle, at least. Well, I guess if that's the bar. Out of the artillery smoke wafting over the battlefield, Lum comes running. Here they come! Here they come! He shouts joyfully and plows through the gates with two faceless galloping behind him. It's without a doubt idiotic and horrendously dangerous. You can't help it. You hit record on your holopalm and film the ensuing chaos. You catch a glimpse of Chief Rhett putting his hand over his face, sighing. A squad of Helios soldiers takes up the charge and helps shepherd the Faceless into the open area in the middle of the colony. You have horrible flashbacks to the first time you saw a Faceless inside these walls. From the looks on the faces of the other Stratos, you're not the only one. Yeah, and then I killed it. Then you're all thrown to the ground by a tremendous explosion. Fire engulfs the center square, roasting the two Faceless in an inferno that blasts the sweat from your pores. Rocks and chunks of dirt patter all around you, with the occasional thunk of burning mushwood. Those soldiers clearly nearest the blaze all recoil in surprise. Clearly, no one but Lum knew that the square had been rigged with explosives. You don't think anyone was caught in the blast, but it was close. Lum stands before the blaze, laughing and firing at the two tortured Faceless as they roast to death. You raise your holopalm to capture the image, his silhouette dark against the column of flame and smoke. It was ridiculously dangerous and stupid, but it does look pretty cool in your recorded footage. People filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on the square, revealing the charred corpses of the two Faceless. Utopia walks by with the reclamation team, hauling an industrial plas cutter on the hoverlift. Did he use some mine explosives? Utopia says in awe. Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in the mountain, or a creature, I suppose. She says, wish you could have saved them from mining. That must have been the last of them, and we sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the Faceless for recycling. So is the fortunately the last, or unfortunately? Yes. Oh. Ooh, we lost. Fortunately, the colony was well defended. You and the other colonists have been fortifying the defenses, putting security above all else. Tonight's defense was a resounding, if messy, success. But if Utopia's right, you don't have any more of those explosives now. You can't just nanoprint unstable molecules like that. What are you going to do during the next attack? Ugh, that is a hell of a question. So that was age 16, and it looks like everyone's portraits are changing again, including ours. We've cut our hair short. And Tangent has hair again. Nice. So, net kudos, net stress loss, even up on rebellion, more colony food. We did lose one colony defense. Yeah, everyone looks more grown up now, which I guess will happen. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. But first things first, I just want to check the colony defense. Okay, so it did go down by 2, but I guess our doing lookout duty increased it by 1. So I think if we do that one more time, our defenses should be back up to full strength. So we'll leave it there. Quiet. 1, 17. Yeah, we'll pick this up on the weekend. I think our leadership leaves a little to be desired, but otherwise things are kind of going okay. The food is stable. We've got enough defense, and then we're starting to carve out a place for ourselves in the colony. Even unearthing a little intrigue as we're assisting the governor and all that. But anyway, folks, I appreciate you all coming by and hanging out with me tonight. Big thanks to where'd that go? Oh yeah, big thanks to Iva for coming on by and for the I think they followed us as well. And also big thanks to Juniper Mint and Necromandria for coming by and Dauntless. And also, big thanks to you lurkers as well. I really appreciate y'all. But as we, yeah, Iva did follow us. Awesome. As we always do here at the end, let's find someone to raid. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, hey, Tarante's back and streaming. Awesome. Okay, well that makes our job easy. Okay, folks, we're gonna go raid Tarante. She's another awesome variety streamer. She is currently playing Cult of the Lamb, and she was off for a little while. Let me check her stream real quick, make sure she's still going. You know what? Don't want any awkwardness, raiding into a stream that's ending. You hate when that happens. Okay, yeah, looks like she's okay. All right, here we go. Like I said, yeah. So, folks, if you can join me raiding up Tarante, stick around, show her some love, and then when the raid lands, if you got to run somewhere else, hey, perfectly fine. But appreciate you all being here for this impromptu stream. We're going to be back on Thursday night with our usual Long Dark, and then definitely more Exocolonist on the weekend. So thanks for coming by. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.